across the plains. Hope rekindles in the crimson tide as freedom's anthem calls our names. Great again, we rise as one, under stars that guide our way. A song of promise has begun, and strength returns in light of day. Fields of dreams are ripe once more. Factories hum with honest pride. Our banner waves on every shore, with courage marching by our side. Great again, we rise as one, under stars that guide our way. A song of promise has begun, and strength returns in light of day. Through trials dark, we found our steel. The eagle's cry breaks through the night. In unity, our wounds now heal. We chase the dawn with fearless light. Great again, we rise as one, under stars that guide our way. A song of promise has begun, and strength returns in light of day.
Hey, how is everybody out there? How's it going, everyone? I hope you all had a good week. What's up, Dr. Jade? How was your week?
Oh, just another week, you know.
Well, okay. Wow, we got a lot of people in this week. What's up, 42? How you doing, brother? I might not be able to make the show. Well, no, I can make the show tomorrow, but I got to leave like in your second hour, like half hour before the show ends, because I got to go out somewhere with Louie. Louie and I are going out. What's up, Commander? What's going on, brother? Anglo, always good to see you, my man. How you doing? How's your week? Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Willie, hey, man. How you doing? Good to see you here. My sister from the same mother. I don't know how to make that rhyme. What's up, sis? How you doing? Let me see. Who else did I miss? Hey, what's up, Gina? How you doing? Good to see you. I have it upon. What's up, Simon and Chris? What's up, man? Yeah, I have it upon authority that Pam is here this week, but I haven't seen her chime in yet. All right. So we got a bunch of really good stuff this week. The big thing was Ken Paxton defeated John Cornyn, and now he's going up against Tamarico, right? And if you can, oh yeah, sure, I would. Yeah. Well, you have Robin tomorrow night, right? At least I think you do. Yeah, I got the link. I looked at it. Fantastic. I got a couple ideas. I could change a couple things for you. Yeah. So I'll hit you back up on that, 40. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So I'm sorry, Jay. I didn't let you get out. So what happened this week? You all right? Everything good? Enjoying Colorado?
Just, you know, all the allergies flaring up, feeling tired, and just, you know, taking Sudafed.
Yeah, same here, man. The allergies are off the charts this year, but hopefully it'll get a little better as the season goes on. So let me get into the main stories we're going to do. There's some really good stuff. Let's see. Clay Travis uses Ken Paxton ad and a sideways Jasmine Crockett compliment to end James Tallarico. The libnuts are all over Facebook going crazy for Tallarico and Paxton.
Oh, they're going to take Texas this time.
Oh, yeah, really? They're going to do it, right? Everyone should read what this Exxon executive has to say about the oil price surge coming in the next 2 weeks. There's going to be a surge, and there's nothing that can stop it. Trump torches bad wife Jill Biden for failing to help Joe during debate stroke, and it's brutal. Yeah, that's the other story of the week, is that Jill Biden's book came out, and she did an interview as well, and she said, they asked her, like, you know, didn't you see it? I would have been like, well, you had to have seen it, right? But she's like, didn't you see him behaving differently? And she goes, absolutely not. And like, you know, she's lying. Come on. She goes, absolutely not. I mean, that I never saw anything like that night of the debate happen to him, and nothing since. And I'm like thinking, really? Then why did you run a cabinet meeting? Do you guys remember that? Dr. Jill Biden ran a cabinet meeting. What the hell was she doing running a cabinet meeting? But she was. Let's see. Even Politico admits the Democrats' weaponization tax scheme is legally dubious. When you lose Politico, you know, come on. Never let politicians decide what is true. That's a good one. I can't wait to read that one. Here we go. You guys know by now, Tulsi Gabbard resigned because her husband has a rare form of bone cancer. She wants to be there for him. And it's a shame because she was the only one that was actually doing shit. All right, Tulsi Gabbard actively working to declassify directed energy weapon and COVID-19 info before she leaves. God bless her. Exposing the Muslim Brotherhood's stealth invasion of America. That'll be a good one.
I don't know if that's stealthy, but
well, it is stealthy. They're doing it. We are in phase 1. Europe is now in phase 2. There's only 3 phases.
Yeah, so, I think I see it all over the place. I don't know how I can see.
Yeah, but there's different phases. Right now, they're in the phase of they don't have enough people, so they're like, oh yeah, we love America. The gays, sure, we won't throw you off a building. Come on, you know. And then when they finally get power, because they have enough people, we're in phase 1. Europe's in phase 2 right now, and they got to be careful. You guys know it too. I know you guys know everything because you guys are smart. The Bulwarks, Tim Miller and James Tallarico. That was Tamarico. All right, Tallarico discuss God's genitalia, and Dems wonder why they lose Texas. There we go. Muslim principal lasts only 1 week before Texas school district finds posts on Sharia law and Black Lives Matter. You know, like she thought that they were in phase 2 here. There we go. Dear official Democrat Party, thank you for calling Stephen Miller an ugly F. That's a good one. There you go. Remember this broad? She's the one that got $82 million from Trump for the supposed sexual assault. Well,
she didn't actually get it, though, did she?
Oh, no, not yet. But I'm saying she got that ruling and the awards ruling. So,
yeah, because he's appealing that.
Oh, there's much more going on right now. There's an investigation by Congress into her because there's evidence that she was paid to go after Trump. See, there's also evidence now that we knew this, but now there's evidence that the New York legislature intentionally, to get Trump, put that law up that said that any sexual assault that you like charges that you had where the statute of limitations ran out, we're not going to worry about it for 2 years. Those are the 2 years Trump was going to campaign, and then nobody came forward because they didn't name it the Get Trump, law. They didn't name it that, so nobody was like, why are you doing that? And then so somebody paid her to do it. And so in other words, she also got caught perjuring herself. Well, there's a video that's a damning clip. She's nucking futs. That's what it is. She has a dog she names Vagina, and she's got other pets, and she paints things blue. She's nuts. So here we go. Illegal aliens face less scrutiny than Virginians buying guns. Can you imagine that? So you're a Virginian citizen. You don't have a criminal record, and you want to buy a gun. There's less scrutiny on illegal aliens being in the country. In other words, Virginia goes after an American citizen trying to execute their Second Amendment rights. That's a bad choice of words. Execute, trying to use their Second Amendment rights.
Exercise.
Exercise. Thank you. Damn. That's why we have you. I wrote this. I sent it to Mark. I didn't hear back from. This is Mark Elias. Okay. He's the scumbag lawyer. Yeah, I said it. Who, if the Democrats want to steal an election in a state, they go to him to go and help steal it. And he usually goes and finds a liberal judge, or he'll go to, if the Supreme Court of that state is liberal, he'll bring a team of lawyers in, and they convince the judges that they should change election law when they don't have the right to do that. They don't have the authority to do it. Article 1, Section 4. So I wrote, Mark Davis's best bud, not. Judge hands Mark Elias major loss in a challenge to Florida's map, because they said you can go right ahead. So I think it's going to be all Republicans now in Florida. I think they're getting rid of like all Democrats just to send a message. Missouri Supreme Court hands Republicans major midterm victory by upholding new congressional map. So all these judges are upholding it. And why? They have to. Because whoever is in the legislature has the right to do redistricting. That's the way it is with all 50 states. Unless you're Democrats and you wanted to virtue signal and you put up this special independent commission. And the minute they behave independently, then you're a Democrat. You go around them. You give them a double-barrel middle finger, and you go, you know what? Screw you. We're not going to listen to you. We're going to break the law. We're going to go back to our legislature, and they're going to do it anyway. It's what happened in California. It's what happened in New York. I think Illinois. So then another 80-20 moment brought to you by California Democrats who now vow to fight English tests for foreign truck drivers. Can you believe this? Foreign truck drivers that can't read traffic signs, right? They're pulling their licenses. Democrats are fighting that. Yeah, they really are. Not making it up. Here you go. The imminent Democratic Party civil war. That's the guy with the Nazi tat. There we go. Judge declines to block Trump's order on mail-in voting. Winning. There we go.
There's so much winning, you'll get tired of winning.
Yeah. You'll say, please, sir, I can't take it anymore. Too much winning. And I'll say, no, we're going to keep winning. I love that line.
Yeah.
Trump boasts perfect endorsement record in 118 GOP primaries so far in 2026.
Isn't that
I think amazing? He lost one, but it wasn't his fault. But he has he put up 100. Most people don't even know he did that he put up all these MAGA, America First MAGA candidates against the rhinos, because we got to get rid of the rhinos. Here we go. Another Gene Carroll report. DOJ launches criminal investigation into Trump accuser E. Jean Carroll. And Elon Musk mega merger on May 31. That's an interesting story. And here we go. This is huge. You ready? ExxonMobil shareholders approve moving country's legal home from New Jersey to Texas. Do you guys understand what that means? ExxonMobil. What year, Jay, do you think Exxon started? It was Standard Oil at first. Was it the Rothschilds? I think
that was like way early, like the 1890s or something.
Yeah, you're close. 1863. And where'd they do it? In New Jersey. And then they became Exxon, and then they acquired Mobil. So they're ExxonMobil. They've been there ever since. And now the communist governor that's there now is just hitting them so hard. They said, you know what? We're going to Texas. And all those billions of dollars are leaving New Jersey. Good. Good on them. The daughter of Fidel, guys, my Canadian friends, the daughter of Fidel Castro responds to rumors he's Justin Trudeau's father. His mother used to visit the country very often. Now you know how that's going to go, right?
I mean, that's just going to add fuel to the fire, because there's lots of people who insist that he's Fidel's son. I don't know.
Well,
I don't.
His mother had an affair with Fidel. We know that. And she visited there a lot.
We know.
And if you look at his younger pictures, he looks just like Trudeau.
Yeah, we know she visited. We know that the Trudeaus were free spirit types, which means lots of free sex. And I don't know. We haven't got paternity tests, but
yeah,
it's very much a possibility.
U.S.-Iran reached deal for 60-day ceasefire that they've broken already. So I put this up last night. They broke it already. Extension, nuclear talks. The Democrats' X account is kind of scary. Update. They're proud of being nasty. You should see this. So the case of the incredible missing $40 million. He lost $40 million. They can't find it. Yeah, the real energy apartheid is now blocking Africa's economic rise. That's a big one. Best troll ever. Legacy media loses it over Trump pick on currency for America 250. Bessent calmly clarifies. In other words, they're saying that they want to put Donald Trump's face on a $250 bill. And Bessent, who's the Treasury Secretary, they asked him, and he said, look, he said, we have a rule here that you cannot be alive to have your picture put on it. But I don't know. I think, with things considered, we could, make an exception. And they lost their minds. You're going to put him on. And I'm sitting there going, like, you idiots are ever going to have a $250 bill. I mean, please. Trump. Now, here's a good one. Trump's job growth and federal job cuts exceed expectations. That's big because the libnuts are out there saying, the unemployment's so high. It's unbelievable. Yeah, people are, unemployment for federal workers. Yeah. All right. Spencer Pratt, guy I hope wins LA, had a brutal response after a heckler told him he lacks government experience. That's a reason I would vote for you. If you're of sound mind and you say, I haven't worked in the government, but here's my ideas, I'd vote for you. There's more to Joe Biden's story that makes her actions more despicable. All right, here you go. Kurt Schlichter, savor our victory over the establishment. Women's sports, so much for will of the voter. Yeah, what do you hear? Women's sports exist. Female opportunity, not male validate. Exactly. Here's what Joe Biden told Jill after he got wrecked by Trump in that disastrous debate. You're gonna laugh. Sharia's growing influence on U.S. finance. Who knew? Blue states starting to curb free health care to migrants. Why? Because they're running out of money. That's why.
No, because they're running out of other people's money.
Yeah, well, exactly. But they're running out of money. They don't have the money. All right. So I think what the plan was, guys, was to wait for the 2030 census at around 2028, right? Depending on who wins. They were going to then start just flooding their state with free health care for illegals, so that if the illegals leave the freedoms of red states and all go there, so that the census is counting that state, they count all the illegals and they get their seats back. It's not going to happen, though. There you go. Congressman Tim Burchett introducing DROP Act to bring back hanging executions for savage killers. The Gateway pundit Cassandra McDonald wrote about it. That's a touchy one. Feds seize 40 million in gold bars, cash Rolexes from former CIA official who faked being a Navy pilot. That guy's got some days ahead of him. This is the biggest freaking stupid thing any Democrat governor ever said, right? Dem governor, we don't need any men. Brilliant strategy from the party already hemorrhaging male voters. She literally said, we don't need any men to win. Okay? And final, just when you thought the Bidens couldn't go any lower, they grab a shovel and dig straight to hell. Here's Hakeem Jeffries.
The rule of holes. You know the rule of holes.
No.
When you're in a hole, stop digging.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Hakeem Jeffries mocked for posting bizarre face-tuned image of himself in a Knicks hat. Anything to make him look stupid. Here you go. Now we know who was really behind E. Jean Carroll's bogus allegations against Trump. Swatting Justice Barrett was a threat, not a prank. They swatted her. For you that don't know, swatting is when you call in a death threat, like he's going to kill me, he's got a gun, so that all the SWAT and all the cops go flooding to your house, and you could possibly die because if you walk out of the house to tell the cops, hey, there's nothing here, they could shoot your ass. They do this.
I don't. Tell me if I'm running over you. Yeah, I can't talk today. Tell me if I'm running over what you're trying to say. But that's when somebody else calls.
Yes.
Telling something about your house. It's not you that calls.
No, it's not you. No, that's not. Well, I thought that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
When you SWAT someone, you want the cops to go to the house so that you could possibly be shot by them when they think you're the lunatic. That's what it is. Here we go. Treasury Secretary Bessent just humiliated the Washington Post and CNN's Caitlin Collins, which I always love to see, at the same time. Here we go. Here's how much bureaucratic waste costs California taxpayers each year. And we got the rest of it. Okay. So now we got all these up here as well. And then we got a bunch of videos that we should go through. So let's start off. This is great. So imagine you're in Texas, right? You ever meet anybody from Texas? You go, yeah. I say, yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania. So he goes, yeah, I'm from New York, you know. And a guy from Texas goes, I'm from Texas. He like shoves it in your face because he's proud. So Tallarico, right? He's the candidate. He's a left-wing flamer, I think. And he says that God is binary, non-binary, and there's 6 genders and all that crap. So they're now trying to make it look like Ken Paxton is not right for Texas. In fact, I nailed one of them on Facebook today. They said that, yeah, here's your guy. You want to be a senator. As an AG, he lowered the charges on a child molester and set him free. Well, it was a lie. What happened was his office did lower the charges because what the guy was doing was he was molesting a young girl for years. And he was a lawyer, and he was doing this to this young girl for years. And here they had a mistrial. There was a hung jury, right? And because one of the local prosecutors behind the case had to recuse himself, the AG's office had to step in. It's Texas law. So they had to step in and do the case. So the parents and the child said, I don't want to have to go through testimony again. Because you know what they do, even to kids.
Yeah.
Right. You know, why did you dress that way, you slut? I mean, young lady, you know, that's what they do. And so Paxton, he didn't want to, like, he could have said, no, we want to get this guy. But he was like, you know what? I don't want to put her through it anymore. And so that's what they're doing. This is the kind of shit they're doing. But let's go in here. This is freaking awesome. Let me see. All right. So this is Clay Travis, right? He plays this, and it's awesome because wait till you see it. It's a comparison about who's from Texas.
This is Texas. This is not.
There are many more than 2 biological sexes. In fact, there are 6.
This is Texas. This is not.
The American flag is such a complicated symbol for most of us.
This is Texas. This is not.
They're going to call me a radical leftist.
Yeah.
This is Texas. This is not.
Something that you love that's not family or friends.
I love, I'm just saying this because it's on my mind, the trans children.
This is Texas. This is not.
Our southern border should be like our front porch. There should be a giant welcome mat out front.
This is Texas. This is not.
It is now existential that we try to reduce our meat consumption. I am proud to say that our campaign has officially become a non-meat campaign.
This is Texas. This is not.
Oh, my goodness. Isn't that great? That was a great ad, I thought, anyway. Yeah, check his hard drive. Yeah, exactly. What's that?
No, I just said, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great ad. I don't care what you say.
Like we were saying before the show started.
Hey, Linda.
Like we were saying before the show started, a guy who condemns barbecue and meat in general, who
done.
thinks Jesus was non-binary and is for the trans. And this is really all going to go well in Texas, really.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, they think that they have enough blue areas that they could actually take it. See, what I say is, okay, so in Texas, personally, I don't believe that, I know it's a First Amendment issue, but I don't believe that, hey, what's up? Take 2 drums. What's up? Good to see you. I don't believe that people out, like corporations and billionaires outside of a state should have the right to throw money into the state, because then they're just influencing for things that they want in the Senate, not in the state. And see, you run for Senate before the 17th Amendment. It was because the senator was supposed to do things for the benefit of your state. They had to fight for whatever they're voting on. Your state had to get something for it. And if you didn't do that, then your delegates would recall you and put somebody else in there in mid-term. They would do it. Right, the 17th Amendment came, and now people get elected by the people. Senators get elected by the people, and not by the delegates of your state. And so, I don't think like a George Soros or any one of those left-wing clowns should be able to throw money into a state that they don't live in. If you live in the state, yeah, sure. You can do it because it's free speech. But what the hell is your free speech for that state when you're throwing money at it and you don't even live there? Because you're just trying to buy a majority. Hey, what's up? Luigi, what's up, man? What's that? Vinny, get a bat. Yeah, get the bat. Hey, Louie, you still going tomorrow night? Just give me a yay or nay. Because if so, I'm leaving here at 7. Repeal 17th. Yeah, 16th too. Yeah, get rid of the 16th as well. I hear you. I'm with you. All right, let's do let's go to the next one. We'll do torches. Trump torches. Let's see.
Yeah, I want to hear all about Jill. I heard some of it this
Yeah,
week.
there's so much. Let me go back and see if I got an answer. Yeah, okay, brother. Yeah. I'm leaving here at 7 tomorrow night. Let's see. Am I sharing? Yeah. Trump torches bad wife Joe Biden for failing to help Joe during debate stroke. And he may have had a stroke. I don't know if that's what they're saying, but President Trump took a savage swipe at former First Lady Jill Biden. That's Dr. Jill Biden to you, following her admission that her husband's debate performance back in 2024 was so terrifying that she thought he had a stroke. As Red State's Sister Told You, I love that, instead of Sister Soldier, Sister Told You, reported Dr. Jill admitted that as the debate unfolded, it occurred to her that Biden's cognitive abilities were so far off in another galaxy that he might have been suffering a medical emergency. Come on, please. She became his personal handler because she knew that he would listen to her. And she's the one that walked in place. Oh, come on. Quote.
And if she did believe that he was having a stroke, why didn't she call an ambulance?
Right. Because she wanted to be the FLOTUS forever. As I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke, were her exact words. Trump, in a Truth Social post early Friday, pointed out that Mrs. Biden didn't exactly leap to her husband's aid. Exactly what you said, Jay, given the thought allegedly going through her head. So I'll read it down here. He writes, Jill, did he say it?
Jill Biden is now out there finally admitting that she did not know what went wrong with Sleepy Joe during our spectacular and highly rated 2024 presidential debate, where Joe was not exactly performing to the highest level of debate standards. She said that she thought he was having a stroke and various other really bad things, and yet never rushed onto the stage to help her troubled husband, as any good wife would do. The only thing she failed to mention was how well I was doing prior to his near total collapse. In other words, as many have asked, did my strong performance in that debate cause him to plain and simple choke, leading to his ignominious defeat, or were other reasons the cause? Nobody else knows the answer to that, but I do.
Yeah, but I do. Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah, she wanted to be, help me out, Rich. Who was the first lady 100 years ago? The husband had a stroke, and people always say she was the one signing things.
Yeah, I forget too. I forget that too.
I always forget.
Yeah, I forget as well. The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, if anybody can think of it, I always forget. But there was, back in the 1800s, there was, president had a stroke, and the first lady basically, they think she was the one that basically took over. Anybody can help me out with that? That'd be great.
I'm looking it up now. Woodrow Wilson suffered a debilitating stroke in 1919, after which his wife, Edith Wilson, effectively took over the duties of the executive branch for the remainder of his term. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I always forget. I always forget who it is, but yeah, Woodrow Wilson. And he was out of it, and nobody will officially admit it, but everybody knows that she was running the show.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, she had her handlers too, like the president has handlers, but yeah.
Not the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, no, it wasn't FDR.
Roosevelt. Yeah, it wasn't FDR. Yeah. Who was a communist himself.
Pretty much.
In KGB files, they said we have a friend in Roosevelt. They wrote that down. So let's go back. Here we go. Jabberhouse.com. Even Politico admits that Democrat weaponization of tax scheme There you go. Democrats have come up with a plan to further punish the people who were victimized by the Biden administration's weaponization of government. Yesterday, several Democrats, including California Governor Gavin Newsom, New York State Assemblyman Alex Bors, and New York Governor Kathy Hochul, signaled their intention to confiscate 100% of any payment from the Trump anti-weaponization fund, calling it a tax. Can you believe this? Can you? Another 80-20. You know, see, these people on the left, they think that all 10,000 people that were at that rally, right? The Stop the Steal rally outside the Capitol building. They all rioted. Oh, and they took the riots in the building too. No, it was like less than 4% of the people that were there rioted, and so like nobody died at the hands of riots. Okay, and they rioted. Now we know because the cops intentionally riled them up, shooting rubber bullets and tear gas into peaceful protesters. Nobody was fighting. Nobody was doing no screaming. You know, there were no lefties around. Right?
And Ray Epps. Yeah,
and Ray Epps, those guys telling people, "Oh, we're going to storm the Capitol." People are like, "Nah," and they're going, "Fed." Yeah. So these assholes are now trying to say, if you get any money for that, we're going to tax you 100%. That's just that. See, let me explain something to you. When they kept those people in there, many of them without charges, they kept them in the DC gulag. That's what we called it, right? The DC jail. Did you know that the J6ers, that they were in a special section? Oh, thanks, Commander. Appreciate it, brother. He says, love you and Dr. J. We love you too. The world needs more people like you. I agree. Thanks, brother. What, are you leaving? You taking off? We got something going on? I didn't know that. You might be right. Hey, 40. You might be right after all. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'll have to look that up. All right, cool. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. But where the hell was I? What was I talking about? I can't remember. I got squirreled. Jade, were you not listening?
I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. No, I said, what was I talking about? I talked myself out of it because.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a rhetorical question. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you were about to finish.
I was on a roll, yeah. Oh, yeah. The J6ers. Okay, I'm sorry. So they were in a special section of the jail. It was a section that didn't have clean water. So they told them, well, if you need to drink, just drink out of the toilet. Because the water, that's why they had a section for them. It had to be shut down because the water was all rust and dirt coming out in it. And then there was one guy that had he had cancer and he had to take meds. They wouldn't let him have his meds. None of them were able to see their lawyers. They just denied them that right. There were so many freaking violations of our laws that were done by them. And one guy committed suicide because they effed with him so much. He claimed, he said, all I did was walked in the Capitol building peacefully with other people being escorted by police officers. And they're like, no. He took down things. He hurt people. He attacked, cops and all that. And so he goes over a year in there, and he didn't even see his newborn baby. The baby was born like 2 months after the whole thing. Yeah, commies. You're exactly right, Anglo. Exactly right. They're all a bunch of freaking commies on the left here. And so it turns out they had told him, the prosecutor's office said, look, we're going to like lower it down. We're going to get you out because we do know now that, you were right about X, Y, and Z. And he's like, okay, thank God. Right. So 2 weeks later, he gets another notice saying, well, we're sorry. We're adding about 6 more charges against you. So we're not letting you. He committed suicide. So what happens? About 8 months later, Speaker Johnson gives some of the videos that the Democrats refused to let anybody see because the truth was on there. And he finds the one of that guy that committed suicide. He finds the one of him walking down the hallway with a bunch of other people being escorted by police officers. So he was right. They lied, and he just couldn't take it anymore. So he hung himself. I mean, these people are just, they're demonic, the people on the left. So So that's unconstitutional for several reasons and also incredibly short-sighted. The Democrats wrongly believe this fund is only for January 6th defendants, but it's not. Anyone who feels they were unfairly prosecuted, I would say persecuted, by the government can apply, and cases will be reviewed individually. This means Democrats could, in theory, confiscate a payment to one of their constituents. Right. See, the other thing is, I believe, now I could be wrong, but I believe that Trump put his own money up for this fund, and he got other billionaire friends of his to put money up as well. Now they're trying to say that they put in for a certain amount of money to come from the government, maybe for the administration of it, but the money that's supposed to go out, I believe that was all voluntarily donated. But even Politico is warning Democrats that this scheme is legally dubious. It has blue states' plan for 100% tax on Trump's anti-weaponization payouts. Not as easy as it looks. Let's see what they say. Okay. Got to increase that. Well, that's a face that only a mother could love. Key Democrat, hold on, a little bigger. Key Democrats in blue states are landing on a common idea. If their residents receive payouts from Trump administration's planned anti-weaponization fund, they'll tax all of it. State lawmakers are working together and sharing legislative text in hopes of levying 100% income tax on any payments from the $1.8 billion fund created through the settlement of President Donald Trump's lawsuit against the IRS. Now they're saying, yeah, he sued on Facebook. He sued the IRS because he doesn't want anybody to know what their taxes are. Bullshit. He sued the IRS because they illegally leaked his tax documents, which is a felony to do. Okay. They leaked it to the media because for some reason the left thinks that if they thought that if they were to leak his tax returns, which shows how many billions he makes per year, right, that would make the American people think he's lost touch with the American people, right? He's the most in touch with the American people president of my entire lifetime, right? And that's why they did it. So, and whenever he sues for these things, he doesn't say me, I, me. You know, Barack Obama was quoted one time in his speech. He said it like 98 times, I and me. Trump doesn't say that. He kept saying, like everything else, he says, look, no other president should ever have to go through this. And we got to stop this, the weaponization of the Department of Justice, which the IRS is part of Treasury. And their governors are taking interest, with Gavin Newsom endorsing the proposal Wednesday, and Kathy Hochul from New York signaling Thursday she'd be open to it as well. I have no problem with there being consequences for people who accept that money. Why should they have consequences? What's that all about? They sat in a jail, some for 3 years, and then they were released. They were released because Trump pardoned them. And then the jail didn't let a lot of them out, even though they said, I was pardoned. I don't give a shit. I'm not letting you go. I mean, come on. Democrats have been accusing Trump of using the Oval Office to fill the wallets of his family and friends for months now, which they have no evidence. It's not happening. The new barrage of tax proposals, however, shows that few of the president's actions have whipped up this much anger among Democrats, from lawmakers accusing the administration of setting up a slush fund. You mean like the slush fund that the Democrats created with our freaking money to pay off any woman that they sexually assaulted while on the job? You mean that kind of slush fund, guys? So a slush fund for people who participated in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Do you know that many of them never went into the Capitol, never rioted as well?
And they went after people who weren't even in D.C.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't want to hear this bullshit. Here you go. To Bruce Springsteen pausing his 3-hour concert in Washington Wednesday night to call the fund an American outrage. Fuck Bruce Springsteen. He was never an American. He was never pro-America. Everybody thinks Born in the USA is a pro-American song. Listen to the words.
It's a protest song.
Yeah, listen to the words. Along with California and New York, similar proposals have cropped up in Illinois and New Jersey, with more states expected to follow. So you know what that means? These people should then leave the blue states and go to red states like everybody else that's escaping. But it's also an open question if blue state governors and legislators, in their zeal to hit back at Trump, have crafted policies that won't stand up in court. Exactly. This is the problem.
How long is it going to take to get them? Because the first 2 or 3 levels of court, they're going to have their own partisan liberal judges.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing, okay? Democrats, they suffer from a thing known as short-run hedonism, which means I have to have pleasure now, pleasure seeking now, worry about consequences about it later. That's what they do. Think about it. All those lawfare cases, they had to see them through now because we got to keep him from winning, right? They didn't realize all the legal consequences are going to come afterwards, and they look like horse's ass. You know, they look like the south end of a northbound horse. Because all these things are being thrown out.
Unless you're a liberal and you excuse it and agree with it, and everything is fine and peachy and keen.
Right.
And Bruce Springsteen can get a one-finger salute from me.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It would be an unusual thing for states to do, which normally would cut against them, Bishop Henchman said. But the entire issue is also unusual, sharing bill texts. The biggest blue states have reason to move swiftly. Alex Bors, a New York Assembly member who's crafted a 100% tax proposal, communist, said he's pushing to get a vote on his bill before the legislature departs Albany next week. In California, Democrats are racing to get a fund tax proposal into their next spending plan, while the Illinois state representative pushing the idea, Bob Morgan, says he is doing everything I can to wedge it into the state budget, which lawmakers must finish negotiating by May. Do you understand? They're literally going out of their way, fighting like hell to get this bill in there to stop people from being able to be compensated for what they went through. Imagine if they went with that much zeal for the Save America Act. I mean, think about it. If they had that much zeal to support ICE trying to get rid of violent criminals in their communities. Unbelievable. Boers said that he shared legislative language with colleagues in both California and Illinois to help everyone get on the same page ahead of those deadlines, because uniformity doesn't mean you're in a cult. This bill is about sending a message that the slush fund Trump is setting up is clearly illegal. No, it isn't. And we have powers at the state level to combat this. I don't think so, and discourage this. They can't. If it's federal money, it's a federal system. They can't get into a federal system on a state level. It's the legislative hurdles. Here we go. This is Politico, remember. Democrats in California, Illinois, and New York, meanwhile, could face some hurdles in trying to win quick victories on taxing fund payments. Still, Hochul has suggested she would back Borde's proposal, and she typically takes a more cautious approach with pending legislation. Quote, if there's a tax that goes into a fund that helps New Yorkers, it might be a good way to go, she said on Thursday. You kidding me? Democrats face a different challenge in California, where the deadline for introducing new legislation already has passed. That's never stopped Democrats in California. That means lawmakers must either gut one of their own measures to pass the tax or insert it into the state budget, which must be signed into law by early July. They'll do whatever they want anyway. Law schmaws. They're Democrats. It's okay when they do it. Assembly Budget Chair Jesse Gabriel said lawmakers in his chamber are still ironing out language for a plan, while Senate Budget Chair John Laird told Politico on Thursday that he hasn't analyzed the idea. Oh, he hasn't analyzed it. He hasn't analyzed it. Okay. Senior Trump administration officials clearly have taken notice of all the Democrats maneuvering in state capitals. Quote, there's no cure for stupid, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told reporters Thursday after being asked about Newsom's proposal. A Justice Department spokesperson also lashed out at the plans for a bill in New Jersey, arguing that lawmakers there instead should focus on preventing more of their residents from fleeing in droves to free states with lower taxes, less crime, and governments that actually serve the people they represent. Guys, did you know that? Guys overseas. In our red states, the politicians actually work for you. It's true. And this is why so many people, like we've had people in the last decade that are moving out of the blue states to the red states, but it wasn't a real, it wasn't a stampede. But now, after going through all the COVID bullshit and the Biden years and all that, now those people are writing home and calling their family and going, you got to get over here. You don't believe what it's like over here. And so there's just the biggest industry in blue states is U-Haul, because it's helping them move the legal challenges. How the courts would view these kinds of taxes is another question. Taxes that large could be ruled Bills of attainder. A bill of attainder, guys, is our Constitution says you cannot make any law that's attacking a specific person or group. Kind of like what New York did when they made that law that helped E. Jean Carroll go after Trump, right? They, like I said, for Democrats, laws, schmaws, they don't care. So, which are effectively laws that bypass the courts to target specific groups. There you go. But Bishop Henchman noted that the Supreme Court has only twice struck down state laws for that reason, neither of which happened in the last 150 years. So let's go with it. That's the stupidity. Judges could also examine whether taxes targeting fund disbursements were confiscatory or exceeded constitutional bans on excessive fines. The judiciary has struggled to articulate when big tax rates bleed into the seizing of property, Bishop Henchman said, noting that the courts have blessed top federal income tax rates north of 90%. But it would be, quote, it would be hard to argue that 100% tax is anything other than a taking. Yeah, that's all we need to read. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Absolutely true. They're going after it just to take their money, to punish them. You can't use a tax for that reason. Surrounded by stunades. Yeah, you got the stunades. Agile bene. You can't fix stupid, but you can bill it. Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's see who else we got. Hey, Bobbity, what's going on, brother? California Dem bills are zombies. Yeah, they gut a bill and fill it with whatever shit they need, then just bring back their original bill under a new name for more shit. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, that's a hell of a name, isn't it? Bishop Henchman. He's a real henchman, and he's a bishop on top of that. Yeah. The left, man, it's a total mental illness. There you go. This one. This is Economic Collapse. That's the name of the periodical. Here we go. Never let politicians decide what is true. Oh, so true. We're living through an age that has abandoned the dedicated pursuit of truth. Our politicians and news personalities talk about the narrative. Our academies teach young minds to accept expert opinion. Our philosophers argue that truth is subjective. Yeah, right. That's performative truth. Social theorists argue that truth is an illusion that powerful people use to control others. Okay. Whenever I hear Democrat Senator Cory Booker, the biggest joke in the Senate, all riled up on television, he's talking about her truth, his truth, or even their truth, as if 100 conflicting descriptions of the same event could all be truthful. That's why they're such nuts. So, during Justice Kavanaugh's confirmation hearings, Democrats called Dr. Christine Blasey Ford to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Ford claimed that Kavanaugh had sexually assaulted her in 1982 when both were in high school. Kavanaugh vehemently denied the allegation and argued that many parts of Ford's story don't add up. When Kavanaugh told the senators that the whole thing was a political spectacle being used as a weapon to derail his confirmation, Senator Booker shouted, "Are you calling her some kind of political operative?" Kavanaugh calmly pointed out the witnesses who were there, the party at which Blasey Ford claimed the alleged assault happened, say it didn't happen. Kavanaugh then stated that although Blasey Ford's allegations were false and harmful, his family has no ill will toward her. That's because he wanted to get on the court. But this is how, I'm glad he's on the court. This is how Booker responded to Justice Kavanaugh's total denial of her allegation. She came forward. She sat here. She told the truth. Yeah, okay. Because we all know that the way it always happens, right? Her truth, not the truth that was most likely to help Democrats bork Kavanaugh's nomination. That's Judge Bork they're talking about. Just as then Senator Joe Biden and fellow Democrats tried to do to Justice Clarence Thomas's confirmation hearings back in 91 when they brought in a witness, right, who claimed that Thomas had made unwelcome sexual comments. Yeah, but she followed him to every new job that he got when he moved up the channels. Never complained about anything, right? In fact, the book, The Real Anita Hill, points out that she told her political friends, she wasn't political, but she told her friends who were, no, I don't want to get involved in that. Because like, you worked for him, didn't you? She's like, yeah, nothing ever happened. So then they threw rumors around. There was no social media, so it all went by mouth and then into the newspapers. And so then one day, all of a sudden she turns on the TV and it says, you know, Anita Hill claims, and she's like, oh, crap. So she had to go forward with it. And the real Anita Hill pointed all that out. She did not want to do that. They'll do anything. You know what it was with Clarence Thomas? They knew he was conservative, and they also knew he was black. And in those days, America could not have a black conservative. That's impossible. You have to be as commie as the rest of them, right? That's why they went after Thomas. He's one of the greatest jurists that we have. What was revealing?
But Joe Biden isn't a racist. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all.
Oh, not at all. No. But you ain't black if you don't believe that. What was revealing about Booker's made-for-TV moment was his disregard for whether Kavanaugh had actually done anything untoward 40 years earlier in his life. He didn't care. Right. They don't care. The lack of any evidence that could credibly support Blasey Ford's allegation didn't matter. Even her best friend, her best friend, who was also her friend back then, said, I don't think it happened, because I would have heard about it. She definitely would have told me. For Booker, the only fact that mattered was that Blasey Ford was willing to testify to something that might sink Kavanaugh's nomination. Her truth, even if false, made it compelling. So, I mean, that's what we're doing. Democrats never listen to a politician to tell you what the truth is. Screw that. 3 doors down. There she is. The Anita Hill biography is made out of small hairs for the paper. Yeah, and they were all obtained on a can of Coke, from what I remember, on a Coke can. Stop the dentist when you say small prick for a second. The dentist said the dentist had no syringe. That's funny. Here we go. Let me see who else. What else we got going on? Let me see. What'd you send me? The people who call Trump and his supporters Nazis just elected a communist, Jew-hating activist mayor to be in charge of the world's largest Jewish population outside of Israel. Yeah, New York. Mamdani. It's exactly right, Louis. Louis sent that to me. It's exactly right. We say, there we go. It makes me mad. They changed the name of coon cheese here, but now I hear black people calling other black. Yeah. When I wrote for David Harris Jr., there were liberal influencers that they were making fun of the black conservatives because, like I said, I mean, it wasn't until 2015, 2014 that black people could be conservative openly. Like my friend, one of my best friends, Chris, who's in here, he's a conservative, and like the shit that they would give him. It's like, you think about it, like racism's terrible unless you're a black conservative. Oh, then it's open season. You should see how they treat black conservatives. It's unreal, And so, I think it was all awful because I was watching a video and they were all laughing about, Terrence Williams and all. And I said, what about David Harris Jr.? He goes, he's a coon. And I'm like, whoa. I immediately sent that video over to David. I said, what should we do? Because I wanted him to say, write about them or debate them. Right. I would have in a second, libfluencers. Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly what they were. But it was like downright mean to call him that. And he was a spiritual religious guy who was a Trump supporter, loved America, right? And yeah, he's a coon, because that's what they call you when they want to down you when you're a black conservative. It's just messed up.
Yeah, my favorite is the black face of white supremacy.
Yeah, Larry Elder. Hey, Anglo, thank you, brother. Let's see. Muslim mayor of New York, Muslim mayor of London. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, you're right, man. And what I think is happening is they call it the Islamic swarm. And I was saying earlier, if you want to chime in, Chris, I'll send the link out. You can come in. Anglo. Yeah, what's happening, I was saying it earlier. There's 3 phases. There's a guy I listened to, and he pointed out that there's 3 phases that countries go through with Islam. We're in phase 1 right now. Europe, you guys are in phase 2, and phase 3, you don't even want to hear about it. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can find that video. Hang on, I probably can. Brave history, because I really want to watch that. Let me see. What is it? Come on, what is it? No, that's not it. Hold on. Yeah, it was that guy. What the hell was his name? I think I got it. Hold on. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to play this because I want you guys to see this. Oops. I'll be there in a second. Hold on. Reasons why. I think I got it. Hang on. Another assassination attempt. Yeah. Is this it? That's why this Christian evangelical. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. This is it. I want to bring this up. Hang on. Let me play it. Okay, here we go. So this is for a little bit. This will answer your question, Anglo. Do we have? Where's the sound? I'm sorry. I'm feeling bad. That was some deep stuff, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it was a nice overview.
Oh yeah. He was. I think he's 100% correct. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. The religion of Sleestacks. Okay. Feet first. Yeah. The wood chipper. Yes, absolutely. Put him in the wood chipper. You're right. Time for the last crusade. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah, absolutely. And feet first is the way to go. All right, let's go down. Yeah, here we go. Let's play a video. We haven't done a video in a while. This response.
Oh, I want to hear about Tim Miller and James Tallarico discussing God's genitalia.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do it.
I really got to see that.
So who is it? Miller and Tallarico?
Yeah. The Bulwarks, Tim Miller and James Tallarico.
Oh, Bulwarks, yeah. Tim Miller and James Tallarico. Here we go.
Yeah, we got to see that.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me put this out for Chris. Chris, there's the link. Let me see. Tallarico. There we go. Let me bring it up. Share screen. Bulwarks. There we go. Okay. The Bulwarks, Tim Miller and James Tallarico discuss God's genitalia, and Dems wonder why they lose Texas. It's true. All right. Legalized press tuition. The Bulwark. It has become a week of desperation for the backers of James Tallarico, as the deeply odd candidate is a desperate and rather unhinged sort. His campaign is grappling with claims of a girlfriend, wrestling with whether he prefers meat or veganism, and his past comments on various issues are becoming more of an anchor. One of those topics involves his hot take that God is non-binary, and thinking he is helping out on the matter is Tim Miller from the Bulwark. There may be no one from that outlet you would want less to be weighing in on theistic matters, and Miller is more than happy to display why that is. You gotta love it. He comes out with what he felt was an indictment of Ted Cruz commenting on the genitalia of the Almighty. He said, in Texas, God has a massive hog. Ted thinks about his glorious package often while praying. Can you believe this guy wrote this? And if you do not believe God used his python to inseminate Mary from heaven, you are not welcome to cross the Red River. Ted Cruz, Texas will never elect someone who thinks God is non-binary. That's exactly right. He's right. So let's see what these two whack.
First, how big is God's sausage, would you say?
Yeah,
we know God is a man, and so I'm just wondering, like, how healthy his hog is.
So I know this is rapid fire, but let me just, because
two-word answer.
No. Yes or no. Listen, I know that I was being provocative with that comment. I made it on the floor of the House when the extremists in the Texas legislature were trying to pick on kids who were different. And
kids who were different. Yeah. No, they were actually trying to stop the parents from allowing their children to get mutilation surgeries that they would probably regret the rest of their lives.
While it's maybe provocative politically, I don't think it's controversial theologically. Most Christians believe that God is beyond gender.
God is beyond gender. Can you believe this shit?
That's an odd way to put it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Christians believe that God is everything and all powerful, and and I think I would just leave it as that's the level of our understanding. We don't have the
Yeah.
understanding of the Almighty.
Yeah, they marry their underage cousins. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mop hair.
Thinking about a 9-year-old involved in it turns my stomach.
I know. Well, a lot of people think that Muhammad, when he had these visions, he was an epileptic and he would have seizures. And so they thought that that's what his visions were, what he'd think about while he had the seizure. I don't know. I wasn't there. But yeah, 9 years old.
Didn't that turn your stomach?
Yeah.
It just makes me
It's
somewhat,
like he's a child rapist,
makes me kind of vaguely nauseous.
Yeah. Now there was in Indonesia, there was a town on one of the islands where a local newspaper that nobody ever heard of, they wrote an article saying that, it's just slightly possible. I mean, we weren't there, but it's just slightly possible that Muhammad was a child sex predator. And everybody at the place was slaughtered. Riots broke out. There were like 25 people murdered in the first hour, just out of the rage that they had. They were killing people that they know didn't even have anything to do with it. Let's see. They are recruited to insult us with impunity. That's exactly right. Let's see. Pixie Sticks nationalism. Yeah. I have a great meme which has two men looking at the terrible people in the world, and one says together, the other says together. Let's see. Chris, you still out there? Let's see if he's there. Let's bring Commander in. Commander, what's up?
Hey, brother, what's going on?
All right. How are you?
If I was any better, I'd be twins.
There you go.
Hi, Dr. Jade. So happy to see
How you doing, Commander?
You know what? You're always wonderful. We love seeing you on the show. It's amazing. I'm working on a 2011 BMW 328 Xi. I hate this car so much, but I gotta finish it tonight for my buddy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, but it's okay. That's what I do for a living, right? So.
Right. I'm gonna look for.
Sorry, this isn't my usual avatar either. This was that was an AI-driven one based on Fallout New Vegas thing. I don't know how that got in here, but usually it's just a Commander classified thing. But yeah, anyway.
Cool.
So happy to be here again. I love all the folks here in the chat. They're wonderful. I love everybody. So yeah. Anyways, I'll let you guys be. I'll just keep you in the background and keep doing my work.
Cool. I'm gonna play a video. Let's see, share screen. Okay, ready?
If you are a Christian, you need to watch this.
So,
watch this.
me and my wife were looking at some old home videos recently of our youngest daughter being born. I'm gonna show you the video. Not her
This
being
is awesome,
born.
by the way.
My wife would be like, "You doing what? We got some conflict. We need to talk about." So it's a video of our youngest daughter being born. I took this video. The video you're about to watch is a video I took, but I didn't understand the power of it until I watched the video. So let me set it up for you. She's like 2.5 minutes old. Our daughter's 2.5 minutes old at the time. And they got her under that little chicken warmer at the hospital, the little fries warm. I don't know what kind of insurance we had, but that's what they got her under. And the nurse is about to
He's not a
her up, and
comedian.
she starts to cry. I want you to notice what happens when she hears my voice.
Where do you hear this? Where do you see?
Okay, look, I'm right here. It's okay. I'm right here. I'm right here. We're doing just fine. It's okay. I'm right here. Right here. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, baby.
Yo, so that was pretty powerful, right? Now,
wait for it.
Now it's like 7.5 minutes or so later. The nurse is done cleaning her up, and she starts to cry again. I speak up, and she stops crying again. But I want you to notice what happens when I tell her I love her.
Portland. It's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm right here. I'm right here. I am right here. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Open her eyes.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. It's okay. It's okay.
So
Found the
here's
message.
thing. There's
Watch.
going to be times in life where it feels like you're going from conflict to conflict to conflict. Or maybe you're just full of fear because of all the uncertainties right now. The key thing to do in those moments is to be still and listen for the Father's voice. Be still and listen for the Father's voice, because he is talking to you. And what he wants you to know is that he's right here. He loves you. All you have to do is open your eyes.
Amen, right? Right? Did I say amen? I thought that was
Amen
awesome.
to that, brother.
Amen.
I thought it was awesome. Yeah, I really like that.
Shows you what family means.
Yep. So let's see. Let's do this is going to be good, I bet. It's share screen. It's Steve Miller, who I just love. Dear official Democrat Party, thank you for calling Stephen Miller an ugly F. That is him. Look at this. Isn't that evil shit? Well, it finally happened. The political party that spent a decade feigning over Trump's mean tweets has apparently decided that screaming "Shut up, you ugly F" from its official party account is now the pinnacle of political sophistication. We love to see the fake mask slip off completely. It's about time. Now we can all stop pretending there's an ounce of civility left in today's politics. This blow-up started after Stephen Miller called out the Dems' new Texas Senate candidate, James Tallarico, who is now running against Ken Paxton. Tallarico is a very progressive Dem running in a very red state, and Democrats are all over the map trying to sell this very effeminate man as some kind of bold, hard-ass Texas fighter who can take back the Lone Star State with one hand tied behind his back. It's awkward, to say the least, because most Texas voters have ears and eyes and can see what's actually going on. Tallarico comes across as a very soft, delicate, deeply progressive, and totally out of sync with the political direction of Texas and the entire country. But that's his lane. Tallarico is a proud feminist who hates the color of his soft white skin. It's true. He loves all things rainbow and gay and wants to flood the country with as many illegals as humanly possible. And if Democrats were honest, they'd run him that way. But instead, they're trying to repackage him as some tough Texas cowboy, but it's not landing. Obviously, that very mixed message has opened the door to a lot of well-deserved mockery for Dems and Mr. Tallarico. So here's Stephen Miller. There we go. So Stephen Miller says, the Democrats made history in Texas by nominating their first transgender Senate candidate. Fired up, ready to go. It's time to take it back. Right, exactly. So what happened? It was pretty harmless jab. After all, Dems think it's amazing to be trans. Mr. Tallarico is a radical supporter of the movement. So really, what's the harm? Here we go. Republicans are focusing on one question in November's top races. Is the Democrat a real man? Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who clinched the GOP's nomination for U.S. Senate on Tuesday night, released a new ad Wednesday, his first of the general election, accusing his opponent, State Senator James Tallarico, of being, he's a congressman, isn't he? He's going for the Senate, of being too low T for Texas. Low T is a reference to testosterone levels and often used as an insult by influencers in the so-called manosphere, who say low testosterone makes someone weaker. Well, it does. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, the architect of President Donald Trump's immigration policy and one of his top advisors, picked up on a similar line of attack, posting the social media platform X on Wednesday that Democrats had nominated their first transgender candidate. Tallarico is cisgender and identifies as LGBTQ plus that little symbol that sometimes it goes over Spanish letters. Ally, he is in a relationship with a woman. So here we go. So that's it right there. So shut up, you ugly fuck. Guys, that is the Democratic Party That's their official X account. What's that tell you? They've lost their minds. Now they don't care. They just don't care. Testy. And of course, it's a woman running the account. Her name is Paulina Mangabutt. Ha! Boy,
What?
you know, she was teased. Paulina Mangabutt.
Jesus. You can't make this shit up.
You can't make it up. Breaking. The leftist who runs the Democrat page responsible for many disgusting posts, such as the one mocking the death of service members on Memorial Day, has been identified as Paulina Magabutt. That's her. Right? So it says that, get another good look. That's her, right? So it says, one look at her X page, and you will see that she's very proud of the Miller post. Look at that. Shut up, you ugly fuck. This is also the official account responsible for the tasteless Memorial Day post that was later deleted. Today, we honor the American heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice in Trump's war with Iran. American heroes who have died in Trump's war with Iran. You believe this shit?
Yeah, I saw that.
We didn't do that shit when the 13 were murdered, during the Afghanistan withdrawal. We didn't do that, right? But hey, you go, girl. Show those true colors. However, in doing so, your entire party and your media cronies can no longer lecture America about civility, decency, right, precious democracy, political norms, institutional respect, and dangerous rhetoric, because now you're fully out of the closet. Although the timing of this closet outing isn't exactly ideal for Dems, this latest outburst comes after years of left-wing political rage, multiple assassination attempts against President Trump. There was another one just recently. The assassination of Charlie Kirk, a laundry list of violence and threats aimed at conservatives, a bloodthirsty trans movement, and a political culture where the left keeps telling unhinged, violent people that Trump and his supporters are Nazis, fascists, extremists, and threats to democracy. And speaking of unspeakable violence against conservatives, a 69-year-old Trump-supporting vet was just beaten to death outside his patriotic home. He died over Memorial Day. Did you hear about that? He had a bunch of Trump signs and flags and stuff like that on his property, and people came up and started tearing them up, and he went outside. He goes, whoa, what do you think you're doing? That's my private property. And they beat him to death. They beat him to death.
I hadn't seen that story.
Unbelievable, dude. I didn't know about that. Like,
here, we'll read it here. I'll read it here. Kerry Sharon was a 69-year-old Army veteran. He served and loved this country, supported President Trump openly, and lived in a home that showed all of it. He had American flags, Trump signs, and a huge display of the First Amendment, in a country that he fought for to support and protect all of that. And now he's dead. Sharon was brutally beaten outside his Escondido, California home. The neighbors called it the Trump house. The man accused in the attack, Thomas Caleb Butler, 3 names, assassin, has pleaded not guilty, and the official motive, which we can all figure out, hasn't been established. We don't know why he did it by investigators. Americans aren't stupid, and we're done pretending this wasn't more left-wing political violence, because there's a plan afoot, and it's going on for years. The left's loudest and most powerful voices have been telling unstable people, it's called stochastic terrorism, that Trump supporters are fascists, Nazis, traitors, extremists, racists, threats to their precious democracy, and enemies of the country. Hollywood celebrities do it, Dem politicians do it, and cable news does it. Then, when violence erupts, everyone suddenly acts baffled and deeply confused about where all this rage came from, because we know that Republicans are usually the violent ones when we never really see that. We never see that anywhere. They like to say they haven't yet established a motive and quietly move on. That's the plan in action, and it's working. We know the rest.
Yeah, and it's, if there's anything that involves... Oh, who's got some background noise going on?
It's
I know. Is that Commander? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute him. I'm muting you.
Yeah, and if they get somebody who is a person of color, they never say it in the story.
Oh, I know.
But
that is another thing. Yeah.
If it's a white guy, that's the first thing they say.
Yeah, that's what they do, because they're all like that. Oh, cool, bro. Yeah, we'll be here. Let me see. Commander.
Yeah, I wonder what happened
I'm just
to
going to mute him.
Commander.
Yeah, I'm just going to mute. He has somebody in his shop, but I'm just going to mute him. All right, so here we go. Here's the damning clip. Damn you, clip. Here's the damning clip on E. Jean Carroll. Okay, this ugly. You know, I love that when he even said at the time, he goes, "She's not even my type," and they got so offended by that. But then they put up all his ex-wives and Melania, and then they put her there, and you're like, ah, you know, it was frightening.
He's married to a supermodel.
Yeah, and thinks she's her type. But guys, you got. I'm just going to scroll down to the video, because the video you're going to see this woman is a effing whack job. She's just crazy. You might have seen it already and you don't realize. Let me put it over into X so that I can increase it. Okay, here we go.
House because some very distinguished mice live here. Kahneman lives in the kitchen. Tversky lives in the bedroom. This is my shed. And on that side are the books that most influenced me growing up. On the door are the list of my dogs. Marky, Fortuna de la Spunky, Heidi, Tits, Bloody, and Hepburn.
Do you hear that?
The streams
Dog's
and
name
the
is
rivers
Tits.
were dry. And it so horrified me that I came out and started painting the rocks blue to indicate that there was once a river here. And then after I got done painting the rocks, I just sort of walked over here and then did that tree and then did that tree and then I did this tree. And then I call it the mouse house because
She's a lunatic.
some very distinguished mice live.
She's a lunatic. Now let's get into crap.
Whack job.
Yeah, I just whacked that. Hold on. You there, Commander? Commander, you there? All right, we're gonna keep him muted. We'll come back to him. But let me bring it back.
You know what
What's
story I would like to see? The Muslim principle. Or we're not finished this one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I just want to read like the top part of it. I wanted to get that video out of the way, though. Here we go. From the jump, we all know the E. Jean Carroll story smelled fishy. It was a very obvious political hit job against President Trump, and it came at a time when the Dems were throwing everything they had at him to try to end his political aspirations for 2024. You know what? If he said, "I'm not running," none of the lawfare would have happened. I guarantee it. None of it happened. But you know, you heard that the FBI just found Kash Patel just like revealed it, that the Biden DOJ had written and then classified and hid, but they found it. It was charges that were open-ended. You could write anything in there against Trump after 2028. So if they won 2028, they were going to charge Trump for what? Who the hell knows, right? Carroll accused President Trump of an alleged sexual assault from decades ago. She couldn't remember the date, had no hard evidence, no eyewitnesses, and yet somehow became one of the less favorite anti-Trump weapons. The media treated her like a saint, and courts handed her massive judgments. Dems and their media cohorts couldn't be happier. They got another shiny Trump is guilty talking point, but now the entire thing may be crashing down, and one particular video clip could be what destroys kooky Ms. Carroll. The Department of Justice has reportedly opened a criminal investigation into Carroll. It all centers around whether she committed perjury during her civil lawsuits against President Trump. I think she did. The issue is all about her testimony, specifically about the funding of the case. Somebody paid her to file. She allegedly said no one besides herself was paying her legal fees. I remember that. Even though it later came out that a nonprofit backed by billionaire Dem donor and Epstein Island fanboy, Reid Hoffman, that guy's name always comes up when it's weird shit like this, helped fund her entire case. Hoffman is a major Democrat donor and a big-time Trump hater. Not to mention, he's a very politically connected billionaire. Forbes reported back in 2023 that Hoffman helped fund Carroll's case through a nonprofit called American Future Republic. So there you go. She lied. She committed perjury. She should go to jail. Am I lying?
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. You there, Commander? No, he probably had to go. All right. So we're done. Why do they always look exactly like this? Yeah, I know. Final boss of feminism. Well, she wasn't that handsome when she was young. Let's be honest. So what did you want to read?
I'm interested in this Muslim principle lasts only 1 week.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be good.
Oh yeah, it's Blaze TV or Blaze. I'm sorry, I used to watch Blaze TV, but it's Blaze. So here it is. Muslim principle lasts only 1 week before Texas school district finds posts on Sharia law and Black Lives Matter. All right. So CARE, which is the Council for American Islamic Relations, which a court has designated them an unindicted co-conspirator in another case of terrorism. So the judge said, I can't do it in this court because the case is already at the end, but they're an unindicted co-conspirator in a terror case. So Trump should designate them. What they are is they're people that come over here and they find out ways that they could whine. Oh, there's Islamophobia all over the place. They were real big after 9/11. So CARE blames bigotry against Muslims for the backlash and the district's reaction. A Muslim woman has been reassigned after only 1 week as a high school principal after troubling posts on social media were brought to the attention of the Texas school district. The Fort Worth Independent School District said Tuesday that Shamaya was removed as the principal of Western Hills High School pending an investigation into the posts. Al-Zubi, who has a decade of experience in education, allegedly posted messages on Facebook defending Sharia law as well as the Black Lives Matter movement. She should have known better. 10 years, she should have known better. She also reportedly posted a message saying Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine. Okay. And one that showed support for COVID mask mandates in the district. And she's in Texas? Who the hell hired her? And the district said in a statement to KDFW TV that the posts violated its rules about personal politics. Quote, our district leaders, educators, and staff will not inject personal political perspectives into classrooms, reads a statement from the district to Fox News Digital. Fort Worth ISD serves a wide array of families and students that are civically engaged and maintain a variety of perspectives. As a taxpayer-funded entity, we will remain focused on our mission of providing high-quality education for all our students. The post about Sharia law apparently compared Islamic regulations to our faith-based rules, such as those in Christianity. This is what they try to do. Hey, we're a lot alike. Let us slit your throat. Al-Baluzi did not respond to a request for comment by Blaze. Al-Baluzi supporters have planned a news conference at the Islamic Unity Center and are expected to demand the district immediately reinstate Al-Baluzi as principal. They blame multiple right-wing bloggers. No, it should be blamed on what the frick she wrote, what she's promoting. You can't have Sharia law in the United States. Constitutional law trumps everything. That's it. And we're not gonna fucking wait. We're not gonna step down. We're not gonna bow to you. So they blame multiple right-wing bloggers who complained that the visibly Muslim woman was appointed as principal, according to the press. The Council on American Islamic Relations also blamed an anti-Muslim witch hunt. Yeah, it's always a witch hunt for these people. Let's see what they say here.
Well, this morning, a newly promoted principal in the Fort Worth ISD is being reassigned over concerns with her posts on social media.
Fox 4's Alex Boyer live outside Western Hills High School just after the district made that switch. Alex?
Hey, good morning. You know, Fort Worth ISD said on Tuesday it was made aware of what it calls questionable social media posts made in the past by the educator, prompting this investigation. Now, last week, Shema Al-Zubi was named the new principal of Western Hills High School. She's been with Fort Worth ISD for over a decade, most recently serving as an assistant principal at Southwest High School. Now, after her promotion was announced, the district was made aware of several posts from Al-Zubi's Facebook. In January, she shared a post that appeared to defend Sharia law, comparing it to other religious ethics like biblical principles. Screenshots show a repost from August of 2021 in support of mask mandates in the district. And there are also photos of Al-Zubi with a Black Lives Matter banner text and a photo with the caption that Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine. Now, the district says that these posts do not align with its social media policy and expectations for staff, adding that she will be reassigned pending the outcome of an investigation. Now, in a statement to Fox News Digital, the district said in part, our district leaders, educators, and staff will not inject personal political perspectives into classrooms, adding that Fort Worth ISD serves a wide array of families and students that are civically engaged and maintain a variety of perspectives. As a taxpayer-funded entity, we will remain focused on our mission to providing a high-quality education.
Nah, we know the rest of it. Now, if the numbers were big, they would be rioting. If the numbers were big, they would be rioting.
Yeah, my question is, she was
Right, Commander?
reassigned. Is that a euphemism for fired? I hope.
No, reassigned means she's going to be given a different position where she won't have that kind of power, or she won't be that visible to the public. What's the quote? Moderate Islam is the grass that hides the jihad. Yeah, that's a great quote. Yeah, they're desperately trying to win America. These knuckleheads. Let's see. Let's do another video.
Yeah, I saw a video once where there was this young guy screaming and yelling at somebody that Islam will take over America. Islam is all powerful.
Oh yeah. All that yada yada bullshit.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, let's have a progressive Zen moment.
Welcome to another progressive Zen moment of the day, where you can practice your breathing to bring calm and peace to your life.
When does it end? Bro, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. Like, it has to stop. It has to stop soon. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, get me out of here. Oh my freaking God. Ah! Oh my God.
This has been Progressive Zen, enhancing peace around the world.
I love that.
Yeah, she seems so in touch with her.
I know. Did you see where she's shaking at the end?
Yeah, I understood like 6 words about what she said.
I know. Me too.
Screaming and yelling.
Did you see the kids who wore red, white, and blue for Gay Day and said their pronouns are USA?
Oh, that's a while ago.
I didn't see that. Nah.
Well, there was one like that like a while ago. I don't know if there was another one that came up.
So their pronouns were USA?
Yeah, there was something. I remember this like a long time ago, like year, 2 years, whatever.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I never saw it.
And there was like, International Trans Day or something. And these kids wore red, white, and blue. And they said, my pronouns are USA.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Here's one on Australia. Okay, I got to get the it's a rumble, so I got to get the commercial out of the way. Sorry.
Does Rumble always have commercials?
Yeah, unless you have the and they do them in the beginning too. When I monetize my videos, I try to do it at like start at the 3-minute mark so you can get into it without being interrupted. Right? Let me share screen. There we go. Australia's sex discrimination commissioner is the R word and confuses everyone with her words.
We are so. If someone is who applies for a job, for example,
Yes.
and it is a trans woman, and she may be asked whether or not she intends to have children, and if she replies, yes, I do, and then doesn't get the job because that employer doesn't want to employ women who may be of childbearing.
No, I think they wouldn't want to employ a person who's a man and wants to get benefits for having a baby. The person's cuckoo.
Age, then she may have been subjected to unlawful discrimination on the
Ow.
basis of potential pregnancy.
This is why they're all whack.
So am I.
So are they. Everyone's fucking confused at this point. Maybe that is the point. Conspiracy. This is Australia's Sex Discrimination Commissioner, by the way. She gets paid something like $400K a year. Meanwhile, you're getting paid $60K to work for some dickhead. Oh, I can't. She legitimately believes that a person with a penis with testicles, a man of childbearing age, can get pregnant. Or at the very least, she is implying that the law should recognize that. Done. I'm so done. I would seriously rather have a conversation with a fucking ant. Jokes aside, when are we actually going to start identifying this behavior as abuse or negligence?
Yeah.
Because to tell people who are legitimately intersex or to validate an actual delusion of a transgender woman that they can get pregnant, and you lefties wonder why we get upset and angry about this. Because there is one thing to be transgender or intersex or whatever you identify as. And then there's another thing to outrightly dismiss A, women, but B, transgender people from reality.
Right. And then try to force you to speak their pronouns. You got to remember, like 1% of the population's pronouns, they're all different. Come on. Oh, you want a Dr. Jade moment? Do you have a Dr. Jade moment this week?
I don't. I'm sorry.
No, let's see. I don't think there was another one, Jade. It seemed recent. Yeah. What's that? Oh, I think I can get it if I go over to the YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know about Australia, but if you hire somebody in the United States, you can't ask them if they're married. You cannot ask them if they are planning to have kids.
Is Loafer here? Oh, there we are. What's up, Loafer? I'll share with you a tale when I met some baggy trousered gentlemen. They spoke with flair and with panache. They all had beards, but no mustache. Let's see. Whoa, Commander. I tried to no, I can't undo him. His mic's gone. I can't undo your mic, Commander. Sorry, man. I'm squiffy. Yeah. Let's see if we got another one. Senator Kennedy body slams woke Department of Justice with Linda McMahon. Let's see. New Jersey candidate. Terrorist plotted a bomb. Yeah. They got a New Jersey. Adam Holloway has close ties to terrorists who plotted a bomb to bomb America. Okay. New working workday. Damn, garbage truck driver debates. Yeah, let's see this one. Again, sorry, Rumble. I got to clear. Hold on. Okay. It's 54 seconds, but it's pretty interesting. There we go. Garbage truck driver berates anti-ICE rioters blocking the road. If I hit you, I go to jail.
Do I get locked up? Huh? What am I doing? Am I going to jail? Huh? If I hit one of y'all, I go to jail, right? Do I go to jail? If I hit y'all, I go to jail.
It's not you. Yeah,
Come
they're stop
on.
blocking.
What's wrong with y'all, man? Come on, man.
He's a worker. Let's go.
Guys had enough. Look at this. Cam Higby was there. I don't want to show any. They're doing they're doing a freaking checkpoint as to who can drive by and who can't. Who do they think they are? They're doing checkpoints and shit. Cam Higby, the guy who I like him a lot. He has a channel and he's pretty famous. He goes right out onto the scenes, and he was there in the New Jersey one, and he's wearing a helmet and the tear gas thing because he was in with the people and was just filming, and he wasn't saying anything to anyone. And yet somebody recognized him and said, "Oh, he's a Proud Boy." And he's standing. He goes, "I'm not a Proud Boy." He goes, "I'm a journalist." And they all tried to, they started attacking him too. But he stood his ground, and they smacked his phone out of his hand, and he shoved them out of the way and went down and got the phone and said, "Don't ever touch me again." And it was pretty intense for a little bit there. But it showed that they're just out of their minds, these people. What is that? Yeah, I don't see Dawn in here anymore. Or Dottie. Yeah, they don't come in anymore. Fancy that. Okay. Let me go up top. Washington Post investigates. Shows the right side. But yeah, can you believe this shit? This is the kind of shit like CNN during Trump's first term. There was a ball, a White House ball, and Trump was there, and he was at the table with family, all that shit, right? And so they gave out scoops of ice cream to everybody for dessert, right? Well, Trump got 2 scoops. So CNN did a story about it. Trump is a dictator. Everyone else gets 1 scoop. He gets 2. It's like, I'm sorry. He paid for the frickin' ice cream. Did you know that a president has to pay for their own food? Did you know that? Dr.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Matter of fact, I would have said no because I thought that they got their salary, but everything else was provided. The house is provided.
Well, it is, but they have to pay for their own food. There's a reason for it. Yeah, they have to pay for their own food.
No idea. But you remember what Trump said in answer to that? He said, "Well,
there she, hold on. There she is, Dottie. How you doing, girlfriend? I haven't seen you in so long. How you doing? I see you over 40, but I don't see you here. Wow, awesome. Good to see you. Yeah, I called your name. That's right. You know it.
So yeah, what Trump
sent in.
What Trump
I didn't see it. Did you? Were you here earlier? Oh my goodness, I didn't see you because you know what it is. A lot of times when I'm reading the stories, the screen's blocked out, and by the time I get back, your post is already gone. So I'm sorry if you weren't here. Yeah, you and Dawn. I used to love you guys coming in here all the time. How you doing, Dottie? I remember I used to call her Sheila because I wasn't in the know. Now I am. Awesome. Good to see you. It really is.
So yeah,
go ahead.
What Trump said in answer to that, he kind of said, well, anybody could have asked for a second scoop.
He did. Yes, you're right.
That's what he said. He said,
he did say that.
I just asked for a second scoop. Anybody could have asked. Anybody could have asked.
Yeah, that was right. So we got a story like that. Okay, you ready? Washington Post investigates whether Trump chose the right shade of blue for the reflecting pool. Like he's going to sit down and go, well, let me look at all these pastel. Look, we got colors of blue. Which one should I? Melania, come over here. What do you think? Like he's the Washington Post has released its latest example of rigorous investigative journalism, setting out to determine whether President Trump has chosen the correct shade of blue for the reflecting pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial. Right? Look at this. It has a D.C. District Court judge spent an afternoon trying to parse just how blue American flag blue, the color that President Trump selected for the fresh. Can you believe a judge was involved? Here's what he found. Oh, my God. Last Thursday in a Washington courtroom, U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols spent the afternoon trying to parse just how blue American flag blue could be. The article titled, "Did Trump Pick the Right Blue for the Reflecting Pool? We Asked a Pool Guy," began. The left has made a significant amount of noise over what should be a simple renovation project. Not only have they criticized it heavily on social media and accused the president of wasting taxpayer money, but a left-leaning law firm has also sued the administration, temporarily halting the repainting of the reflecting pool, as lawyers for the Cultural Landscape Foundation argue that their client has suffered an aesthetic injury from the paint job. Oh my God. As the Washington Post uncovered, blue is a color we associate with injury. So you get injured when you look at the sky. Think of the mottled black and blue of a bruise. Guys, they wrote this shit. Let me reread this. Blue is a color we associate with injury. Think of the mottled black and blue of a bruise. They're nuts. It is the color of authority and stereotypical masculinity. Aren't the Democrats blue? Of depression, but also tranquility, of cleanliness, of cold, of winning first prize. And so we ask, what is American flag blue? They just like bastardized blue, but isn't every Washington Post reporter a Democrat and that's their color? I bet I'm the only one. Oh, that is pretty blue. Nice. I like that. What do you think, Jade?
I saw pictures of it. I thought it was great. I love
that. And it is. That is. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Trump spent 13 million in like 3 weeks.
Wow. On that?
Obama.
Oh, Obama did.
No,
Oh,
Trump
you
spent
said
that.
Trump.
Obama
Okay.
spent 34 million. It took him 2 years, and as soon as it was finished, it
Purple
turned
and
into
maroon.
a crap hole with all kinds of algae growing in it.
Call my name. Yeah, that's a great set. Yeah, yeah. How about it? Obama and nothing Obama did was right. Nothing. So let's see. So now President Trump hired workers are busy beautifying and painting the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool in Washington, D.C., a beautiful American flag. Like, think about it, guys. The American flag, a lot of people don't realize how blue that is. Like, look at my screen here. That is a dark blue, okay? And yet the Dems are bitching about it, right? 47 is saving us hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars that would have been spent on fixing it up. Democrats can't, got to go out here. Let's bring it up. Democrats can't stand this. I did all that for 2 words. Okay. Let's see.
We're not hearing it.
Oh, you're not? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it saved this time. I thought I did it.
I thought I'd bring up a subject of interest. I do a lot of this as president and try and save money.
Chris is here.
And one was the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, which everybody knows. That's where Martin Luther King made his great speech and where others have likewise made great speeches and great events held there. It's very famous. It was built in 1922 and it's more than 2,000 feet long.
Wow.
It's 167 feet wide. It's very big. That's like taller than any skyscraper, 2,000 feet. And here's a picture of it. You probably recognize it. Right now, it's got no water in it because it was in terrible shape. It was filthy dirty, and it leaked like a sieve for many years. So I actually went with Secret Service and a group of people, and I took a look at it. One of the people with me was Doug Burgum, our great Secretary of the Interior.
Now, guys, you know what it is? Because Trump made a big deal out of that, and he was pretty proud of, because Trump loves America. Let's face it, guys. He's a president that freaking loves our country, right? And they can't have that. So they had to do an investigation if he picked the right color blue. How ridiculous is that? That's crazy. They're all crazy. Her name's Dottie.
I said, they're complaining about how much he spent. And when Obama was done, it was a shithole filled with algae. It leaked like a sieve. It was something like
16, it leaked like a Democrat. Yeah.
But it leaked. It was dirty. It was filled with algae.
Yeah.
And he spent $34 million in 2 years doing that.
Yeah.
Trump's cleaning it up. Yeah.
Here's another one about. Go ahead.
That's Democrats. We made up our mind. Don't confuse us with facts.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Special K? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Let me bring this in. Another one from the New Jersey, from the ICE facility. There you go. So it's violent anti-ICE rioters, but they're not violent. We're the ones that throw bricks, wooden pallets at federal agents outside New Jersey detention facility. Violent clashes erupted outside the Delaney Hall Detention Center in Newark, New Jersey on Wednesday night as anti-ICE agitators battled federal agents during the 5th consecutive night of escalating riots over illegal alien detainees. Did you hear this is the same place, Jade? They had the people were out there screaming, ranting, and raving, and the door opens to the facility. Right now, they're still inside the fence and all that, right? And 3 Hispanic guys come out, and an ICE agent comes out with them, right? And the people are like, yeah, and they're saying, they got released, yeah. And the 3 Hispanic guys, they stop and they look at them, they're looking at them like, what the hell? And the one guy goes, hey guys, we work here. We're just going home. And everybody started roaring, laughing at them. They work there. So that's how racist the Dems are. They thought because 3 Hispanic guys come out of the boom, they got to be illegal aliens, right? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I thought you were still back in. Oh, you left. That's what it was. Okay. Sure. Where are you? At the stage. There you go. Remove that. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
You had a lot of noise in the background. I had to mute you. Sorry, brother.
Okay. No worries, pal. No worries. I had to leave for a few minutes, so
That's
yeah.
all right.
Sorry about that. Sorry
That's all
about
right.
that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So let me go back to. Let me see. Where are we at? Oh, I thought I had it up there. Okay. There it is. All right. Cool. So they thought that they were illegal aliens, obviously, right? Well, let's skip all that and just go down to the video. Look at this. Can you believe this?
Oh, sirens. That's always a good sign.
Yeah. Now, can you believe this?
How do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself? You're walking. Get back! Get back! Get back up!
So like, how do you live with yourself? You know, it's like, I'm sorry. We're trying to get criminal illegal aliens out of your community and you're fighting us. How sick is that?
Get back!
I swear to God, half our country is crazy. It's normal versus crazy. I did a video on it. Play that. You're freaking crazy.
Trash people! Trash for you trash people!
Picking up bricks. I saw one where they grabbed this woman, went in and threw something at the cop right at his face. And the cop went over and grabbed her and she fell down. He started dragging her by her dress. And then as he's dragging her to get her out of the area, he yanks and her dress comes right off. She's right there in an underwear. I'm like, oh, lawyer's going to have a field day with that one. Fighting over a match.
They're gonna get tased. They're gonna get tased. Move back. They're gonna get tased. Move back to where? Move back.
Look at this. You know what got me too? I made another notice. I noticed something else about these people. Look at them all. What are they wearing, guys? What are they wearing? Oh, they're wearing masks. I thought masks were a horrible thing. I thought you were a degenerate, unhuman person if you wore a mask. But all these a-holes are wearing masks. Look, he's wearing a mask. All of them.
Your soul is unprotected.
These people are nuts.
Every one of them should have been detained.
Yeah, they're just out of their minds. What did Louis say? I hear beep, 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 and nobody's backing up. Yeah. Exactly. Let me see. Point of view, Muslim, garbage truck. The Matrix exposed. Why? Let me say, how does this go? Ideologue seeking utopia will always fail. Let me get through the commercial. Sorry. I think this is a good one, too. Here you go. This guy's pretty good, actually. I've played him a few times. He has good topics. Let's go. This is The Matrix exposed why ideologues seeking to build utopia will always fail.
The most terrifying idea shared by The Matrix and Fyodor Dostoevsky is not that a perfect society is difficult to achieve, but that even if utopia were created, it would not satisfy us. Sounds like the fulfillment of every moral ambition, but instead produced failure.
It was a disaster.
The world
no one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost.
A flawless civilization collapses not because of technical failure, but because the people living inside of it reject it at a level deeper than real because it removes friction, resistance, and consequence. A life without struggle does not feel like freedom. It feels artificial. Dostoevsky reached the same conclusion long before machines and simulations. In Notes from Underground, he imagines a society that has solved the economic and moral problem entirely. Needs are met, comfort is total, and still man rebels, not out of desperation, but out of defiance. As Dostoevsky writes, even when surrounded by happiness, man will, quote, do something nasty solely in order to mix into all this positive good sense his own pernicious fantastical element.
Yep.
He does this, Dostoevsky says, simply to prove that he is, quote, a man and not a piano key. That is the core insight. Human beings would rather act against their own interest than surrender authorship of their lives.
Right.
To be fully explained, optimized, and managed is intolerable. Comfort that is imposed feels indistinguishable from external control. Smith understands this.
Every mammal on this planet.
May I interject for a moment here, please, sir?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm not going to lie. Hugo Weaving did an amazing job as Agent Smith in this movie. Like his whole demeanor, his Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith there. He's just freaking awesome. Like, I love that guy. Like, he did the best job possible. And he helped sell the movie as much as Keanu Reeves did. Like, it blows me away. Like, his acting was great. He was also in Lord of the Rings too at the same time, by the way. So
Bobbity says, sounds like the typical liberal professor in college saying everything is without meaning or purpose. That's what they did. Right, here anyway. Utopia can only exist if you are made to live with a that's funny.
Yeah, but Rich, you'll notice
that I'll let you guys carry on. It's just I had to say something about
that's
Hugo
all right, brother.
Weaving,
Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Jay.
Just you'll notice that our founding documents guarantee the pursuit of happiness.
Right.
Not happiness.
Right. It's the pursuit of happiness. It was
Because
originally
that's the human need.
Yeah, that was like the third version of the Declaration. The first, it was life, liberty, and property. And then he changed it to the pursuit of happiness. And they asked him why. And he said, because I believe that to own property is the pursuit of happiness.
That's a great band name, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
There you go.
You must know that one, eh, Dr. J?
You will own nothing and you will be happy. Yeah, well, guess what? He's out of a job now. He stepped down. Well, we're done with that one. We're gonna take a music break. I did a video called Normal versus Crazy because I think half our country is fucking lunatics. Here we go. I'm just gonna play it.
I'm gonna send you the link here, buddy.
Shows, trash fire every night. They sell fear like a cut price high. Scroll war, blame storm, pick a side. Pick a label, pick a tribe, pick a lie. Hey. Us versus them, that's the script they wrote. Turn your neighbor to a scapegoat. Quiet folks just trying to stay afloat. Drowned out by the loudest quote. I'm all versus crazy. That's the game they play. Got the map in half and they walk away. We're all stuck living in the mess they made.
Armor up.
On the hate parade. All versus crazy. That's the name they spray on every mind they break. Every rule they bend till there's nothing left to save in the end. Flag wave, rage pose, sound the alarm. Every convoy's tagged as harm.
Yep.
Facts bend, truth spanned on demand. Clickbait, crown in a hollow land. Yeah, you want schools, roads, something real. They want culture war, highlight reels. You say, hey, can we just heal? They scream, bow down or you're not real. No more versus crazy. That's the game they play. Got the map and nap, then they walk away. We're all stuck living in the mess versus crazy. That's the name they spray on every mind they break, every rule they bend, till there's nothing left to save in the end. Left, right, black, white. They profit when we never unite. Turn town halls into bar fights. Sell your fear back every night. I'm done picking teams on the TV screen. I want clean water, halfway decent dream. You call that weak? I call that sane. I won't bleed for your ratings game. Hey! 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 That's a game they play. That's a game they play. Cut the map in half and they walk away. We're all stuck living in the mess they made while they cash in on the hate parade. No versus crazy. I reject that frame. We're more than their script, more than their pretend. Break the line, shake the lie, let it in.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks.
I sit here and
Thanks, Dottie.
I think I can't.
Hey, Pam, what's up? I'm sorry. What's going on? I didn't know you were here in the chat. Awesome. Good to see you, girl. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I sit here and I'm thinking, I can't believe that like half the country votes the way they do. And what really shocks and dismays me is that the liberals sit there saying the same thing. That really bothers me.
I know when they say, I can't believe these people on the right, they're fucking crazy. Look who they vote for.
So,
they voted for a pedophile, you know, all that bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. And
they're nuts. Thank you. Yeah, they're nuts. They're out of their minds. I've been here the whole time, goober. Okay, sorry, girlfriend. Oh wow, goober. All right,
Sam, you're awesome. I love you.
Yeah. Let's see. When reality became hate. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. This is from Town Hall. Meh.
When reality became hate, is that like when the Saxon began to hate?
There you go. When reality became hate. All right. What happens when facts no longer matter? What happens when scientific evidence and statistics take a backseat to ideology, especially the ideology of leftists? I'm old enough to remember when the left wanted to erase all vestiges of Christianity from the public square. Doing so would usher in an age of reason and enlightenment rooted in scientific evidence, facts, and logic. So they told us. Of course, that didn't happen. Nature abhors a vacuum, and you cannot remove religion from the public square without something becoming a new religion. For the left, it's wokeness and Islamism that have filled the void left by Christianity. That's why, but Christianity's it's on its way coming back. Not just here, around the world, Christianity's on the march again because there was a void. Because leadership, the globalists, what kind of fucking leadership is that?
Yeah. So let me just ask you, Christianity is on the rise? Because I know for a long time,
absolutely,
Islam was the quickest growing religion.
Yeah, they like to say that, but the fact of the matter is, you know what the biggest underground movement in China is? Christianity. They've got like 300 million people that are Christians already. It's an underground movement. Like they got to do it silently because you can be killed, you can be imprisoned or killed depending on your level of Christianity.
Yeah, that's in a country where if you proclaim that, they'll take you to hospital and extract your heart for a transplant.
Yeah. That's why instead of flying cars, we have a society that believes some women can have penises and men need tampons in their bathrooms. Tampon Tim, right? In that world where the feelings of the left rule the day, there is no room for scientific evidence, statistics, and data, especially when those real, tangible things don't align with the delusions and policy preferences of the left. In Brussels, remigration activist Van Langenhove, all right, sorry guys, is learning that facts can be criminal when they don't support the preferred narratives of the powers that be. Van Langenhove was just found guilty of hate speech for the second time for the crime of giving a speech that said mass migration was linked to crime and the deterioration of society. Over here, he would get attaboys. All right, that's true. In the UK, for example, mass migration has made the nation the world leader in sexual assaults, as well as massive rise in STDs, which I'm sure is totally not related to all those sexual assaults. But what's most chilling about Van Langenhove's convictions, I hope I'm not murdering the name, for hate speech is what the judge wrote about Van Langenhove's remarks. A chilling quote from the judge. Even if all of the statements made by Van Langenhove are based on scientific evidence and statistics, it makes no difference to the criminal intent. Are you shitting me? Van Langenhove is not charged with spreading false information. He's charged with presenting. I gotta go out here. He's charged with presenting facts in a way that incites hatred. You know what? Let me say something about that. If you think that facts incite hatred, it's not the facts that are inciting hatred. It's the assholes that don't like those facts that are inciting hatred. Facts can't incite hatred. How do facts incite hatred? A fact is a fact. You know what the problem is? Fucking liberals today, they get the facts vaccine when they're children. So now when they're adults, they don't get facts. That's a fact.
Rich, would you call that a vaccine?
That's a vaccine, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Well,
all right. Let me get back to the actual article. Go ahead.
There's a funny truth is that you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts.
Rudyard Kipling. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you know what? Anglo. When I was in 40s, I was watching 40 Stream last week, and you guys brought that up. I went out and bought the completed works of Rudyard Kipling, and I've been reading it. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty good stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff if you're into that.
Hey,
so the cliche truth hurts. That's exactly right, Sebastian.
Dude, my neighbor is Rudyard Kipling's great grandson.
Oh wow, very cool.
Yeah, and he's a really cool guy. Like a really good friend too.
Awesome.
Like, yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah,
here's Van Langenhove. He tweeted, no, you're right. A very sad announcement. I have just been convicted a second time for hate speech, and it is only due to a technicality that I could not immediately be sent to jail to the judge's frustration. In an ironic turn of events, it's actually thanks to my previous prison sentence. Wow. That's just great. Facts are facts. They are devoid of ideology. That's what I was trying to say, but they're saying it more eloquently. Facts are facts. They are devoid of ideology and narrative spin. What this judge means is that reality is inciting hatred. I just said, how the hell could that happen? But they're all nuts over there. The left, they're nuts. As all good leftists, when reality doesn't gel with their ideology, they must act like fascists to quash reality, and then they call you a fascist in the same form. That's why the left goes so hard on policing speech and legislation surrounding trans activism. They know that men cannot become women and that trans women are men. Biological reality will always invariably win out. So they have to crush anyone who simply looks at the facts and dares to speak the truth. That's like the old 1984. What is this? It's a pen. No, it isn't. What is this? Right? It's a pen. No, it's not a pen. What is it? It's a pen. It's not a pen. What is it? 20 hours later, 20 hours later. It's not a pen. All right, go to sleep. It's all this bullshit to crush your spirit.
There are four lights.
Yeah, exactly. How does a society, a culture survive this? How do you continue as a nation when facts, evidence, and truth are criminalized because reality hurts someone's feelings? It's like China. Yeah, the simple answer is you don't. And that's the entire point. For decades, Western civilization has been a thorn in the side of the global left who would like nothing more than to destroy that civilization and remake it all in the image of the third world hellholes from which they import our doom. The truly terrifying part of all of this is not merely that Van Langenhove, yeah, I got it, was prosecuted for hate speech. It is that the judge openly and proudly admitted the truthfulness of the statements was irrelevant and even criminal. In other words, he would be a good judge here on the left. In other words, reality itself is now a jailable offense if it undermines the preferred narratives of those in power. How do you have a society like that? You can't. Once a society crosses that line, there is no limiting principle left. That's right. If reality itself is hateful, then every inconvenient statistic, every biological truth, every observable fact becomes subject to censorship, erasure, and punishment. I remember when Canada went through, who is the conservative guy? He's from England, but he lives in Canada. Damn, I forget. Mark Stein. Mark Stein. Yes.
Mark.
And he was called into, what did they call them? The courts they had there, like the speech courts. What were they called? I forget. But he wrote a book, and he wrote like truth in his book, conservative, ideology and whatnot. And they called him into this court to try him for writing something that upset some people. How do you get books out if you can be called into court because you upset someone? History shows exactly where this road leads. Regimes that criminalize truth do not become freer, more tolerant, or more enlightened. They become authoritarian, paranoid, and Democrat, and ultimately unsustainable because reality cannot be permanently suppressed. Reality always wins. The only question is how much damage is done before societies rediscover the courage to say plainly what everyone can already see with their own eyes. You see, freedom always does win out. It might take a shit long time. Like the Soviets, what was that, 86 years or something like that? It always wins, but I call it a long
time, yeah.
I call it the beach ball effect, right? The tyrants are always pushing the ball underwater, right? But there's pressure because the people are always pushing back. Now, eventually what happens is the tyrants pushing down, they run out of energy. And the ball has to come up. They got to sleep sometime, so the ball comes up. So the people always win. That's what I call the beach ball effect. And it happens all the time. It's just that sometimes they make it even more nasty when they realize that ball is going to be coming up soon. And that's what our Democrats did to us during COVID.
It's going to be coming up hard, and it's going to be coming up fast.
Yeah.
It was pushed down so far. It's going to come up real fast, babe.
Yeah.
Like fucking Donskis,
Communications Act.
Yeah. The elastic is
Human
going to
Rights
snap.
Tribunal. Yep.
The elastic is going to snap, and there's going to be a mighty.
Yeah. Someone
Snap
upholding rights by violating your rights. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Rich, did you know in Canada, Commander, you can verify this. In Canada, my understanding is that there's actually a law if you misgender somebody, i.e.,
yeah, they did pass that. Yes,
something besides their preferred pronoun,
Yes.
you can actually go to jail.
I can be arrested. I can go to jail for that.
Yeah.
For misgendering. You know what? I don't even know. As a mechanic now, I don't even know. Like, am I allowed to call it tranny fluid or is it gender neutral shift juice?
That's funny. Here, Dottie's correct. It's time for a reckoning. There has to be a reckoning for the shit that they did to the world, the globalist left during COVID. I mean, think about all the lies they told us, all the lies about the medicine, about 6 feet distance that we found out through Dr. Birch. They just pulled it out of their ass, right? There can be. I remember when we won again in this time. I remember Bannon was going around saying there can be no peace until there is a reckoning, because there has to be, people have to be held responsible for that shit, because they're just going to do it again. They're just going to do it again. Like, what's going to stop them, right?
People have to be
to get away with it.
People have to be held accountable. Like,
yeah, they have to be.
And you know what? Like literally, when people do stupid shit, like, they need to be held accountable right away. It's not like, okay, the dog pooped on the floor and you were 12 hours late. You can't give the dog shit because it doesn't know any better.
Right. Let me play this.
Like, you gotta catch him in the act and fucking do it right away.
Oh,
like,
I know.
Just,
Here, let me play this video. This is good. It's a truth bomb from a Muslim from the Middle East. Watch this.
As an immigrant from Middle East, I wanted to weigh in on the situation that's going on between Israel and Iran. I've been noticing that a lot of people are standing with Iran, but they really don't have a lot of research on what's going on. First of all, I'd like to remind all of you pro-women, pro-rights people that Iran is governed by Sharia law. In 1979, Iran Revolution, they overthrew Shah and established the Islamic Republic of Iran, which is the Sharia law. Prior to that, Iran was a very modern country where women had rights and they were thriving. Ever since then, the radical Islam took over and the Sharia law was enacted. People in Iran overall do not have any rights because if they talk negatively about the government, then they will go to prison. Women in Iran are just property at this point.
Yep.
Now, talking about the strike we had in their nuclear sites, there's more to it than what you guys think. The reason why we got to this is not because of Trump. Hillary Clinton supplied Iran with uranium, which ended up boosting their nuclear program.
That she stole from Canada.
$1.7 billion to fund their nuclear program. And finally, Joe Biden unfroze $16 billion, which ultimately ended up funding their program. And let me make this clear for everybody. As a Muslim immigrant, I can tell you that Israel is a lone wolf in the Middle East. If we didn't back them, they would not have existed in the Middle East anymore. The only reason why they're still able to stand is because of us. And I don't know how close Iran is establishing the nuclear power. Make no mistake, if they do get their hands on nuclear power, they're going to use it.
They're going to use it.
They will use it against many nations.
They will, yes.
And ultimately, that will cause a World War III.
Yeah, they've been telling us for 47 years that they want nukes to blow us up. I think we should really take them seriously on that.
And you know what? But like, here's the thing.
That's on a Def Leppard, dude.
France.
I love that song.
France gave Israel the nuclear technology for nuclear weapons in 1967. That France did that for Israel. Like that should never have been done. And it's bad. Like, you know, like why would you do that? Like these are a group of people that have been at war for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Now they're doing this. It's not cool. So yeah.
Let me see what's
going
on here.
I'm all for nuclear power, like for energy production. Perfect. You know. Hey,
yeah, but you don't need. See, the problem is 80. What is it? 8122 is the UN resolution that says you can't have more than 3.47%. Where they got that number? I don't know. Pulled it out of their ass. But you can't have that you can't have more than 3.47% enrichment. Otherwise, you're doing it to make a bomb. They were at 60 fucking percent. This is the assholes on the left. Hold on. This is the assholes on the left that tell me you didn't have to go to war. Ever since that Democratic Party prank known as President Jimmy Carter, every president said Iran cannot have nukes. Trump comes along in 2024, and there's intel now from not from our people, from the IAEA, right? The International, right? Atomic Energy Agency. And they're telling us they're at 60%, which means 3 to 4 more weeks, they're at 90. The world changes forever.
What do you think?
We had to do it. It had to be done.
The Stuxnet virus that got spread around the world. What do you think that was? The back in the day, that was because Iran was fucking running these goddamn enrichment.
Right, they were. Right, and you know what's funny? That Barack Obama actually he had to brag about our involvement with Stuxnet, with the writing. It was the Israelis and we wrote it together. Yeah. The Israelis got it in there because they have spies everywhere. And what it did was when you're enriching it, the cylinders spin, and they have to spin at a certain speed in order. What happens is, it's like if you spin something really fast and there's oil and water, the oil will rise and the water stays low. Same thing. It was 235 became 238, and it would rise to the top at that spin level, and they would extract it that way. Okay. What Stuxnet did was it slowed it down like maybe 1 second per spin. You wouldn't notice it by the eye, but then you wouldn't have 238.
It accelerated the spin. It accelerated the spin.
No, I heard it slowed it down by a second. It doesn't
there's-
matter. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to argue with you on it, but I'm just saying they stopped. It set them back years. And then another thing that they did, they set them back. I think another 2 years. The Jews, they went over to Germany and they created a company that makes the covers for the mainframes. Yeah, centrifuges. They make covers, right, for the mainframes, like a cabinet cover you put on there, plastic, whatever. And here they had their people reach out to the Iranian government saying, hey, we understand you got these. We'll sell you the cabinets at half the cost. They went, sure. They were loaded with C4 built into the plastic itself. And so when it was like the middle of the night, when hardly anybody was there, they set it all off and it blew up all their mainframes. And it set them back like 2 years. They did all kinds of shit like that. You got to give props where it's deserved.
You remember?
Either way, a bunch exploded. Yeah.
Folks, but there's two documentaries that you should watch. One is called 0 Day, and the other one is called Iranium.
Right.
Not uranium, Iranium. And like they 0 Day is about the Stuxnet virus, right? And Iranium is about like the whole thing with Iran with their centrifuges and shit and Tehran, and then the Natanz. That was the site there.
Right.
So yeah, but like Stuxnet like really screwed over everybody, like everybody across the planet. Like it was amazing, like how fast that thing just spread across the planet.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if they blew it up, when will anyone die from radiation poisoning? It's like giving a retard a chemistry. I love you, Lynn. That made my night. It's like giving a retard a chemistry. Oh, I just freaking love that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We use it all.
Hold on there.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. But yeah, so they can't have nukes. Sorry. Death to Israel, death to America. All right, I don't care about I don't care about the Israelis, but I care about us,
Linda,
that made my night, man. Thank you, girl. That made my night. All right, here we go. Let's pick another one. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, I got one. Let me see if I can. Column 3 at the bottom.
You're at 2.9K. Nice.
What at what?
Oh
my yeah, I'm like 3 subscribers from 2,400. It's been a week. I stopped looking though. I'm like,
That's awesome though.
Yeah, but still 4 years, going on 4 years, and only that. Yeah, I don't know what's up. Let's see. Seattle Libs just got hit with another voter karma. Nah, we're not gonna. I'm gonna put a video up. I like the videos. Oh, Anglo. Whoa, dude. I have to bail Rich up early. Got to pay my taxes for my people's replacement. Good night, my friend. Hey, all right, brother. I will see you tomorrow night if you're going to be in 40s, but I got to leave like a half hour before the end of the show. Going out with Louie tomorrow and his son. All right.
Take care, love.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right. See you, bro. Yeah. I do what I can. Yeah, you certainly do. So let's see. Let me get a video in. She said, F you. Well, this is kind of funny, but it's violent. But let me see. Can I show it? Yeah, this is good. This is all right. Yeah, because it's like a dork. Like was trying to flirt. It's pretty funny though.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, here we go.
Hey, ladies.
It's like, whoa.
Hey,
holy mac. We gotta see that again.
What the hell was that?
What?
Hey, ladies.
He's like, He didn't think that was good. You got to admit, he didn't think that was going to happen. He thought maybe he'd hit her with the ball. He didn't think he was going to force her to go over the handlebars. It's like, it's one of those moments, Oh, man.
That's
It's
hilarious.
wrong. It's very wrong, but it is kind of funny.
That was funny as hell. Come on.
It's funny.
I know. I'm like, it's so wrong. It's like my son got picked on by a bully. My son got picked on by a bully in school, and so his mother and I got called into school, right? And we saw the bully who was like 4 times his size, and the bully started it. So I'm standing there, I'm going, way to go. And she looks at me, I go, son, you shouldn't be hitting, I'm like, the whole time. It's like I'm split, you're not supposed to hit, but way to go, dude. You did that.
Yeah, I just personally have a big thing. Now listen to me for this one. I just personally have a big thing.
Reels in love. Damn, Bobbity.
I have a big thing about no verbal assault can ever warrant a physical reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't hit somebody.
How about I'm going to fucking kill you to your face?
Yep. Sorry.
Not.
You can't. You're going to want to, but
flagrant too. Head over heels in love. I love that. That was funny. Yeah, bullies need putting back in. Yeah. I was known as a kid in school that I went after the bullies. I was a bully's bully. I was the Dexter of my school.
Never get into.
The Dexter.
Hold on, Commander. Hold on. Go ahead, Jade.
Never give in to bullies.
No, I never do.
Never get into bullies. Take a swing at them.
Oh, I know. Well, my father used to teach Jimmy and I. Jimmy, I don't know where the hell he is. Jimmy from Philly's not in the house. But my father used to teach us, look, even if you think you're going to get your ass kicked, you got to get some hits in because you'll regret it later. And he was right.
Fucking rights, dude.
Yeah, you'll always regret it later. All right, we got a couple more we can do.
Yeah, I was the same as you, Rich. Literally the same as you. I had this friend. His name is Rex. Like super smart guy. He was tiny as hell. And somebody tried to stuff him in a locker. I'm like, I'm 6'2", okay? I've been 6'2" since I was like 14. And somebody tried to stuff him in a locker. I'm like, nope. I pulled the Uno reversal card on him and fucking stuffed that guy in the locker.
Oh wow. That's funny.
It's like, no, not happening. Not happening to my buddy.
Some kid is really freaking out because Trump took away his EBT SNAP benefits. Here we go.
Just find out there's no EBT next month. My heart. There's no EBT next month. What is this pumpkin man doing, bro? Why the fuck we gotta starve on Thanksgiving? Are you dead ass, pumpkin man?
Pumpkin man.
It's like, yo, it's just like you gotta why the fuck there's no EBT next month? Why the fuck November though? It couldn't be January, Feb, March. Why the fuck does it have to be November? Why November? Yo.
Why is your accent in our country?
How the fuck am I supposed to afford groceries? How the fuck am I supposed to afford groceries if you gotta suffer? Wait a
minute. On an EBT card, you can't afford groceries. That's why you're on an EBT card. And you're welcome.
Give it too. We were supposed to eat better today. Now we gotta starve today. Guys, I'm just finding out.
Oh my goodness.
They seem to have enough money for hair, nails.
Oh yeah, for that iPhone. Don't forget that iPhone, right?
iPhone, yeah, you're right. It's like, I don't know. Something ain't adding up here.
Learn how to cook and iron. I only bullied bullies. Yeah, exactly. So did I. We had this kid. This is a simple story. We had this kid. His name was John. I won't say his last name, but he was kind of a dork, right? But he was a nice guy. In fact, all the bullies used to cheat off his papers, but and then
of course they did.
One time we were in a class and we were waiting for the teacher to come in, and the teacher was like extra long coming in. And so they were all like, yelling his last name, and he sat there and he was like, and they said something about his mother or something. And he just went, fuck you. Right. And the kid gets up and he grabs him and takes him over to the window and is about to dump him out the window. We're on the second floor, and he's like, literally, I could see it in his eye. He's going to do it. I just jumped out of the chair and like tackled them both to the floor. And he gets up and he's like, what are you doing? I said, dude, you would have gone to jail. You would have killed his ass. He goes, I don't care. I'm like, dude, you busted his mother's balls. And he said, F you. Sit the fuck down. Right. So that's not the great part. Right. So we're at a reunion. Right. 20 years later. We're all standing around drinking, laughing, talking to each other, right? And I'm standing around with all the like the goofballs that would pick on him. So all of a sudden, John Pryor walks over. He's the only one wearing a suit jacket, and the rest are all, all right, John comes in, right? So I said his last name. I got to cut that out. Anyway, so we're standing there and they're talking, and the guys are like, yeah, talking about, your big balls, my money, how much I make and all that, right? And so the guys are like I said, yeah, I'm a programmer. I make X amount. So what? And they're all like, wow, pretty good. I'm like, yeah. So they were like, all the guys, they were the shop guys. No offense to shop guys. I love you. We need you, right? But they're the shop guys because they couldn't do regular academics. And they're like, yeah, well, I'm a carpenter and I do like 50% on cash. So I don't have to pay and tax and all that shit, right? So they come around and they're all talking about how they're getting over. And they come to John. They go, hey, what do you do? And he goes, I just got a civil service job. They're like, no, what is it? And he goes, I'm an enforcement agent for the IRS. And they're all like, I'm laughing so damn hard. I'm like, John, are you really? He goes, yeah. And he pulls his badge out and shows us. And they're all like, good to see you, John. They're walking away, right? Some of them actually left, and I go over to him later on. I go, dude, you couldn't have pulled that off better. Are you really? And he goes, yeah, I am. He goes, I'm an enforcement agent for the IRS. And I go, how long have you been doing that? He goes, about 10 years. I go, dude, you must have felt good. He goes, I've been waiting 20 fucking years to do that. I'm like, there you go, bro. Yeah, you kicked their asses.
I love it. That's a great redemption arc right there.
Oh, you were bullied? Oh, wow.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's probably it. They were probably jealous of her. Yeah. It's a shame. All right, let's get another one in. What's this? A congressional candidate, Scott Bessent.
Get another one in. That's what she said.
American. Yeah, that's what she said. All right. Parade of sport. Yeah. Well, this is kind of funny the way they wrote it. I thought it was going to be hilarious. It's kind of funny. Like I laughed, but it's not really great. It's a baseball game. I think it's baseball. Yeah, it's a baseball game, and the sportscaster, he has to try a chili egg roll on the air, and his review is like kind of funny. So let's do it. Oh wait, we're gonna have to. Can we increase it? Yes, we. And believe it or not, guys, everybody everybody watching the game was listening to that. And you think Skyline ever like advertise with them again? If Disney Star Wars was an egg roll, yeah. Crispy on the egg, soggy in the middle on the ends. Yeah, soggy in the middle. Exactly.
Jesus Christ, man. He's got the best lines ever.
Yeah, so let's see.
That was actually really funny, Rich. Like,
all right. I was hoping it would be a little amusing. Yeah.
It was cool. He was so good about it too. Like that was awesome. That's a great part about it. Like he tried his best, and like it's like, oh damn it.
No, here we go. We'll end this with good news. Good news for us, not so good for Dems. Here we go. 2028 panic mode. Whitmer out. Polls brutal for Democrat. There she is. Look at that face. She was like actually not a bad looking woman until COVID and all that, and she had to lie so much. And we're a long way. I mean, for a Nazi, it's.
Hey, what is that? Plastic surgery gone wrong?
Yeah, something like that. She walks around like that. She can't change her face. So we're a long way out. We're a long way out from 2028. We're not even through the midterms yet, but modern day political campaigns are never ending. And already pundits are speculating on one who will succeed Donald Trump as president. On the GOP side, most of the money is either on Vice President J.D. Vance or Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Together, awesome team, unbeatable. earning the nomination, with some conservatives dreaming of a joint ticket. That's what I want. Over on Team Democrat, meanwhile, the field is unclear. They have no deep bench. Think about that. Mostly because it's so bad. They seemingly have no Bill Clinton or Barack Obama to jump out of the woodwork and inspire the base. California Governor Gavin Newsom arguably gets the most press, but his resume is so shockingly awful that it's hard to see him getting through the primaries, much less the general. Former VP Kamala Harris, voters have seen that movie before, and very few are demanding a sequel. And she thinks she's going to get it again. Another name that has been bandied about in the past is Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, right? I will take away your seeds, Whitmer. Yeah. Well, you can count her out because on Thursday she said no can do. Whitmer has long been viewed by some Democrats as a possible White House contender after her decisive election victories in the closely contested state that Donald Trump has carried twice. I'm going to tell you something. We studied, when I was writing for David, we studied the whole system in Michigan. They cheated their asses off. And it was the Secretary of State, the AG, and the governor, all three women. They were all progressive Democrats. And they made laws that made it illegal. Practically illegal. You can get in trouble if you tried to contest the election results. It's unbelievable the shit that they did in there. But let's get back to this. So here we go.
But I'm also looking forward to taking a little bit of a break and thinking about it, not jumping right into something. As I've gotten counsel from people who made the
not going to win.
My friend Gina Raimondo, who I sat with last night for a little bit, Pete Buttigieg, or Paul Ryan, who I have chatted with a fair amount.
Paul Ryan.
Guys,
Paul Ryan was the Speaker of the House for the GOP. He's now talking to Gretchen Whitmer about running for president. He's the asshole that got hired when he left Congress. He got hired by Fox News as like he's one of the top people on the board of directors. And the first order he gave out was stop reporting so positively on Donald Trump, which is why all of a sudden none of the nightly shows were talking about Trump in a way that was real anymore.
the advice everyone says, take
Paul
a little bit of time.
Ryan.
And so that's what I'm going to do.
There's time until 2028, yes?
Of course, there's time. I think there will be a robust group of people running for president. I will not be one of them.
You want to bet?
I can tell you that.
Robust where? Buttigieg, Kamala? You kidding me? None of those people are edge.
I saw something today that said AOC was ahead in the polls.
Yeah, well, that's because of TNA.
Oh, maybe she gave head for the polls. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, really.
Hey, listen, I would
That's
enjoy.
what I heard. AOC gave head for the polls.
I would enjoy seeing a debate between AOC and either Vance or Rubio. I would.
Oh, both of them would just freaking destroy her.
I'd pay for that.
Says I remember when. Go ahead,
Dr. Jade. She is a master debater. So
there you go. I remember during the Q era, the email from Paul Ryan to one of the neocons about plans to yeet Trump before he could go gain the nomination. Yeah, I remember that too, Bobby. And you know what? It was Paul Ryan and his eventual vice presidential pick. Now I can't remember his name. Help me out, Jade. Trump's first VP.
Oh, Pence.
Thank you, Mike Pence. Jeez, I had a brain fart. Okay, so Mike Pence and Mike Pence and he actually had a campaign ready to go. They had the banners, the posters, they had the people, the money. They were all ready to go. And just as they were about to launch their first ad and make the call to tell the RNC they were running, Pence calls Ryan and says, stop, don't do it. He just asked me to join the ticket. So that was their in, the rhinos, the hate Trump rhinos in. So Mike Pence did not like Trump. Trump didn't like him, but Trump had to bring him in so that this is why they always bring people in order to grab in order to grab votes from the rhinos who didn't like Trump. He brought a rhino himself in. That's why he did it. But yeah, they were going to try and sabotage Trump. They thought that, because remember, this is in the beginning of Trump. They thought that those two would actually wow people and they go for them over Trump. Holy crap. Yeah, AOC Kamala ticket. That would be funny. There you go. There you go, Lou. AOC is cute.
That's okay.
She pimps out. Yeah,
look what the special case said. It's a pence for your thought.
Pence for your thoughts. Oh, that's hilarious.
You're awesome,
Yeah, right. That's funny.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I had to say it.
That's all right. There we go. Let's see what's next. Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so, guys. It helps us.
Sure. I hit the like button like before I make my first comment. Like it's already done. So
Yeah,
just so you
guys,
know.
thank you. I said it last week, but I don't think anybody paid attention. So pay attention. I'm thinking of giving up doing daily videos and just doing like an hour every night of live stream. Like whatever the top stories for the day is, I'll do the live stream. What do you guys think? Give me your thoughts.
That'd be awesome.
Or should I mix it up? What should I do?
I mean, I personally I love your videos.
Yeah,
I think that would be great. I watch all your videos. You know me. But like, if you were gonna do a freaking live stream every day, I'm in, bro.
Thanks. Yeah, all right. Oh, really? I didn't hear that. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, because I'm really seriously considering. Maybe I'll do like one video per week, but the rest is going to be all live streams. But they'll only be like an hour at most, because this 3-hour thing is fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine with me, man. Fucking like
I'd
you
rather
know,
do just an hour a night instead.
I love your work, so you know.
Because you know what, doing a video, I mean, I do
wherever I can, and
my biggest, my biggest thing now is I got to cut my videos down. They go over to 12, 13 minutes. I got to cut them down to like 5. You know, it's not easy to do when you got a lot of shit to say.
It's got to be over 10 though. It's got to be over 10 though, because like otherwise
I don't know.
it doesn't work. You don't get the revenue, right? So
well, yeah, but that's not why, because I don't really care about that.
No, I get it. I get it.
I don't.
It's
it's because there's so much stuff that needs to be said. That, and I got to learn how to cut it down. I got to cut it back. I have to learn.
Cut it out, mister.
I would like to push a Dr. Jade segment on top of Dr. Jade's segments in accordance with Linda's advocacy. There you go.
Hey, listen, I have trouble coming up with stuff every week, so but I'll try and be better. I'll try and get it. I'll try and get.
Yeah, people want to see that. They do. They really do.
Yeah, I come up. It's a tangent to what we're talking about. It's just something I find interesting.
You're killing me.
Yeah, that's funny. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get this up. Let's see. Come on.
Love you, Bobbity. You're hilarious, man. No promo.
Nah. Oh, here you go. Here's one. I'm just gonna play this. This is one I did a while ago. How long? Like a year ago. It's called The Politician. This guy is a dick. Let's see. Here we go.
This guy's a real piece of work, strutting around like he owns the earth, leaving people pissed off in his wake, never caring about the mess he makes. This guy is a dick, no doubt about it. You think he's cool, but it's so crowded. It leaves me wondering how I got to know him. Now below him, thought I knew him, thought he was a cool guy. Hang around him long enough, he ain't so right. Yeah, this guy is a dick. He'll talk you up and make you believe that he's your best friend, but he's just a thief. He'll take your money with a wink and a grin, and when he's done, he'll just disappear again. This guy is a dick, no doubt about it. You think he's cool, but it's so clouded. It leaves me wondering how I got to know him, falling for his bullshit, thinking I'm below him. Thought I knew him, thought he was a cool guy. Hang around him long enough, he ain't so right. Yeah, this guy is a dick. He'll talk you up and make you believe that he's your best friend, but he's just a thief. He'll take your money with a wink and a grin, and when he's done, he'll just disappear again. This guy is a dick, no doubt about it. You think he's cool, but it's so crowded. Leaves me wondering how I got to know him. Falling for his bullshit, thinking I'm below him. Maybe someday he'll see. Realize the pain, make things right. But till then I'll keep my distance. Learn from my mistakes with persistence.
For the used car salesman
Guy is a dick, no doubt about it. You think he's cool, but it's so clouded. Yeah, leaves me wondering how I got to know him. Falling for his bullshit, thinking I'm below him. Thought I knew him, thought he was a cool guy. Hang around him long enough, he ain't so right. Yeah, this guy is a dick. Oh. He'll talk you up and make you believe that he's your best friend, but he's just a thief.
This guy is a dick. I think all of them are.
That's awesome, dude. I love it.
Thanks. Yeah, I think all of them are.
Oh, they all are. I was waiting.
They are. They definitely all are.
In there, but it didn't happen. So
yeah.
Yeah, you know how to tell when a politician is lying?
Because when he talks.
Yeah, when they open their mouth. Yeah. Let me see.
I know, girl. I know how that goes.
Let's start playing. Hold on.
Oh, hey, so Rich, I did send you a link on Discord.
Oh, did you?
For the latest Corrosion Conformity album that I got.
Oh, cool. I'll listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you like heavy metal, your boys will probably love that shit too. So
face is full of fuckery. Fakery. I know.
It's full of awesomeness. No, my link is full of awesomeness, dude. Like,
cool.
I've been listening to that for a couple of days. It's like, I think it was like 2025, something like that. Like,
right.
I'm like, let's go, boys. You know, because I'm a guy that I like heavy metal. I like AC/DC. I like industrial shit. So but Corrosion Conformity is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna play one more. I'm listening, bro. I'm gonna play one more. I did this right at the time when what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard first brought out all the evidence against Obama being the absolute one behind the Operation Crossfire Hurricane. I thought this was good. I like the song. The video was hard to do because I had to do a lot of it using AI. It was really hard to do because I sucked at it at first.
Mama Tulsi, I like her.
Yeah. Well, she's gone. This is called "The Fall of the Crown." Here you go.
For all those in chat,
God, get it out because I'm going to play the music. Go ahead.
For all those in chat, there you go.
All right, cool. Here we go.
A shadow whispered in the east wind halls. Secrets spilled like wine splattered on the walls. The script was written, twisted and bold. Truth was the fire, but the lies took hold. Did you think the sun wouldn't rise behind the curtain of your disguise? The fall of the crown. The truth's been found. Echoes screaming loud, treason in the sound. The house of conscience tumbling down. The fall of the crown. The fall of the crown. stage was set with a web of schemes. Dreams of power, but they split at the seams. A puppet show for the world to see. But the strings snapped loose, now they're breaking free. Smoke and mirrors, they don't last long. When the tide turns, when the world catches on. Did you hear the whispers turn to shouts? The truth, my friend, always finds a way. Follow the crowd.
Jim Jordan.
The truth's been found. Echo screaming loud, treason in the sound. The house of cards is tumbling down. Follow the crowd. Follow the crowd.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm listening to that. Like, all I can think of is, you know what's a synonym for plausible deniability?
What's that?
Guilty as hell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit, that's hilarious. Plausible, no, guilty as hell. That's brilliant.
There was a bass player there, Louis. There was a bass player.
Freaking love you.
The band is called Craven. At least that's the name I gave him. I couldn't think of anything else. So
I mean, Dr. J, that is brilliant.
We do one more. We do one more story or video. What do you want to do?
One quick video. We're almost at time.
Yeah. Well, guy freaks out over ZBT card. Yeah, she said, "Fuck you." That's right. Senator Kennedy body slams. Here we go. This is great. I love Kennedy. The man from Louisiana.
RFK?
There you go.
I'll just start by
RFK, you mean? Kennedy?
No, dude, I'm playing it. Shh.
Okay.
For a sec. Just be fucking quiet.
Okay.
I thank you.
I want to start by saying one person's opinion. You are so cool, literally and figuratively.
Watch it.
They call you names, and you just ignore them.
I love this man.
I also want to say from the record, I don't think we ought to mislead the American people. This isn't your budget. This budget was put together by OMB in the White House. Every White House does it, sends us a budget. We take a look at it. Some of it we adopt, most of it we ignore. So all this play acting for the cameras is just that, play acting. I want to take you down memory lane. I'm going to come back to the extraordinary job you've done at the Department of Education, which was, when you took it over, was the poster child.
Yeah.
The poster child for excess federal government.
Mm-hmm.
Chock full of a bunch of woke race baiters whose job was to get in the way of our teachers
Yep.
and our teachers' age. But I want to take you down memory
It was an
lane,
adult job
'cause you've
program.
done this despite all of the obstacles. Do you remember when my colleague Senator Schumer said the following? I'm going to quote: Americans don't want a radical, out-of-touch billionaire slashing funding for public schools. Linda McMahon is not qualified to lead America's public education, but that's why Trump nominated her. She's the perfect choice to burn our public education system to the ground.
It's already burned.
Remember that? I do. You remember when Congressman
great
Mark
job, by the way.
Pocan, I could be mispronouncing his name, so I apologize, said, quote, Linda McMahon should stick to wrestling. You remember that?
I actually don't remember that one.
You can only be young
Did
once.
pretty well with that, though.
You
be young
can
once.
only be young once, but boy, you can always be immature, can't you? Do you remember when
I love this
the
man
Nation
so much.
magazine, very, very democratic magazine, published an article entitled Linda McMahon's only qualification as education secretary is a history of spreading hate. And this is what they said. Quote, she is 76 years old and wants her legacy to be turning the bigotry that made her so obscenely rich into public policy. She's a simpleton. My
Brilliant.
God.
I love this guy.
I mean, think about it, guys. Everybody the left doesn't like is what? A racist. Think about that.
That's the definition.
Yeah. Yeah, it's anybody who disagrees with a person of color.
Everybody I don't agree with is Hitler. It's the same thing, right? You know.
Yeah, that's the definition of racism. Anybody who doesn't agree with the Democrats.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's retarded. Like, you know, it's like, and they call me a Nazi like it's a bad thing.
Oh, here you go. We'll do this one, and then only a couple minutes of this, and then we got to call it quits. This is Jill Biden and what she said in the interview that everybody wants to hear. Ready? Here we go.
I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
Yeah, okay.
That interview comes just weeks before the release of the former First Lady's new memoir. And it's the first time that we've heard her express any concern
Look at him. He's
about
like, "Where
that
am
debate
I?"
that ultimately ended
He had
Joe
to walk
Biden's
them off.
2024 campaign.
Look, he couldn't even
But that
walk.
stands in stark contrast to what Jill Biden had to say just moments after the debate.
Watch.
Do you really believe the babysitter? I mean,
Answered every question. You knew all the.
You hear that? She says to a man that's president of the United States is running for re-election, you did such a great job. You answered every question. It's like, what is he, a fucking toddler?
Yeah, she's talking to him like a toddler.
Yeah, you answered every question. Way to go! You know, it's like, oh my God.
do you guys really believe the babysitter?
Top CNN host Abby Phillips, she's freaking out, losing her mind about what has come out. Joe Biden said that her husband had a stroke during the Trump debate, and everybody, like, I never forgot this. I never forgot how many people entered the country unvettedly. I never forgot the things that got Trump elected.
Oh yeah,
everybody seems to try to forget this because the Democrats don't want you to remember this. And of course, Joe Biden seems to be on a revenge tour against the Democrats for pushing her husband out the way that they did, even though, in my opinion, bro, he should have been dropped out a long time ago. But of course, Trump calls him the auto pen president. And now we're finding out that he was having strokes. Some people were even saying that he wasn't even there. There was like a tall version of Biden. I mean, there was a White House cover up for the ages. And now it's all coming to light. And this is not good for the Democrats heading into the midterms because we know what they are capable of. What got Trump elected? Everybody seems to try to forget this.
Yeah, he's right.
Do you regret saying that President Biden had a mental acuity? He had a sharpness to him. You said that up until July of last year.
I said what I believe to be true.
And you think he was as sharp?
She said what she believed to be true. I'm surprised she doesn't have headaches after
as you?
Speeches.
I said I had not seen decline. He was sharp. He was on his feet. I saw it.
Senator, on his feet is not praise.
Right.
He can speak in sentences is not praise.
Right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth.
No.
And F you if you can't handle the truth.
He's sharp. He's focused. He's
Remember
right.
all this shit?
I don't have any concerns, and that's from personal interactions.
This version of Biden is the best Biden ever. Not a close second.
Alert. Sound.
I mean, the Republicans are
Hi,
like
Jasmine.
good at distractions.
I think you have absolutely no standing to diagnose somebody's cognitive decline.
And if the Democrats were honest, they'd admit President Biden's mental capacity is declining. 6 in 10 Americans don't have confidence in Joe Biden's mental capacity.
Then you have the liberal media told bad things about me and members of the oversight committee because we have the audacity to investigate.
Giving us their drive-by diagnoses of the President of the United States.
You know who he is?
No.
Jay, do you know who he is?
No.
That's the guy he was the U.S. attorney that said that he did not charge Joe Biden with the crime for the classified documents because he felt he didn't have the mental capacity to understand it, and that everybody in the jury pool would think of him as a feeble old grandfather, right? And so when that was done being said, they went, "Oh, that's great. All right, now go on and be president." Think about that. He's a feeble old man who can't even comprehend what the hearing would be about, the trial would be about, but he's still good enough to go back to the White House and be president. How crazy is that? People forget that shit. What, is Jimmy here? Jimmy from Philly's in the house.
Yeah,
What's up, brother? What's up, man?
Hi, Jimmy. Love you, brother.
Man. Good to see you, bro. I was asking about you earlier. Where the hell is my brother? He's not around here. Let's see. Stop finding my comments funny. Yeah. I'm with her. Yeah, I'm with her. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, bro? That's good. Guys, do me a favor. We're going to call it a night. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate y'all being here. You know that. I love you guys. We all do. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, there you go. All right, there's the three of us.
Rich,
Yeah.
you have yourself a great evening.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Dr. Jade, always a pleasure. I love seeing you. You're just a wonderful addition to the community here. So
I try to add something.
Oh, you add everything to the community here. So it's wonderful having you here. Like you're just a great person, and I love your attitude. Like,
and she puts up with my shit.
She puts up with your shit. So
yeah.
No.
Well,
thanks for being you. Really, thanks for being you, because that means a lot to a lot of us here. Like we all love you here.
Well, thank you, Commander.
There you go.
I can't
all right, is the
help
check
but
in the
be
mail? Jade, did your check clear for him?
Dr. Jade, my name is Matt, by the way. So
Matt, okay.
Oh wow, he's giving his real name.
Most people
Later,
know
I'll
that.
see you tomorrow, Lou.
So
just want you to know, like, I love you, girl. You're awesome. And thank you for your service too, like what you've done in the military.
Careful,
12 years.
cold water shock. There you
Yeah,
go.
12 years.
you have a great day. No, also, even though I'm known as Commander Classified, I've never been in the military or never done anything like that. So I'm not trying to do anything stolen valor shit like that. It's not my thing. So
all right, guys, I'm gonna end it. So let's
okay.
All right,
Okay,
guys,
bye.
love you all. I'll talk to you guys next week. If I stream during the week and you have time, I know it's late for you guys. That's why I love you so much. It's late for you guys. Well, you guys in Austin now.
Take care, folks.
You guys in the UK, yeah, it's pretty late for them. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow night over at 40s, but I got to leave early because I'm going out. So see you guys. We're out of here. Have a great weekend. Love you all. Bye.